Hey yo, welcome back to the Social Exiles podcast, episode 2. Somehow, as Emmy's gonna say.
Dude, I don't know how the hell we're still here. They didn't throw us out with pitchforks, so they gave me a megaphone. Gonna have to
Fuck.
fix that. We're
I
going to
want to
fix that.
say thank you for all the support. I saw y'all's comments. I tried to reply to with what I could. I appreciate it. We all
You,
appreciated it. As
you,
it's definitely
you
dope.
guys,
I
are the,
didn't appreciate it.
you guys are definitely the damn goats. Well, I mean, of course you didn't appreciate it. You don't appreciate anything good, in my
Dude, they
fucking.
roasted him in the
No.
comments.
Yeah, they called me the fucking disc out Dan Hung, dude. I'll explain what that
They're
means
like-
later.
Nothing's like, is that
Don't
Dan
say
Hung's
it.
a dumb
All
dick
I'm
cousin?
saying
fucking
is-
say it. Don't
all I'm
say
saying
it,
is
Emmy.
We're here with the Canes, me, and Alibaba.com Don Hung down there. This is great. I just want to say you guys are the goats. And if don't you fucking look at me, I will slap you on the bottom.
What the
You
fuck,
showed up
man?
looking like how
It's
you
fucked
did.
up. Hey,
When's your
it's fucked up.
5-star unit there, buddy? When's your 5-star unit coming out?
Oh, God.
Hey, don't worry. I got
Dude,
5-star
they
units,
fucking
bro.
called you
I
Alibaba.
got 5-star units. Don't even worry. I'm not even worried,
Dan
bro.
Hung.
Listen,
Did
all
you
I'm
get
saying
level
is
gated today?
Look, you use a fine ass man. Don't wait, there's no level gates on Star. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
Apparently
there
you're level
is. There is.
No, there's
I-
not.
There
What?
is,
Hold on.
there
What?
is,
What
there is.
level gate are you talking about?
Okay. So after you finish the first planet, you have to be level 29 in order to continue. And I haven't done any of my side quests because
Okay,
I
so I'm
only
gonna
play-
stop you right
Listen,
there.
listen,
No, I don't want to hear anything
I'm
else.
gonna stop
I
you
don't wanna
before
hear
you
anything else.
start. I only play on stream, so I don't do side content on stream.
You
Do
dude,
side content on stream.
side
Dude,
content
I-
on stream?
No, dude,
listen
that's
to
just
me,
boring as hell.
No, listen to me. On any other game, you would be right, but the main character of Star Rail is a fucking gremlin. Trust me, the side content is gold. It is free clicks.
Yeah, no, the side content. Like, I'll be honest. Like, although I played Diablo 4 recently. We'll get into that. But like, I was so used to my character in fucking Star Rail commenting sassy shit that I was already thinking. That I was like, oh, okay. When my Diablo 4 character did something that wasn't something I was already thinking, I was a little upset. I was like, why is my character being fucking stupid? Like, I was like, what is going on? Why is my sassy Star Rail character, bro?
All right.
Well,
I would agree.
So,
But I listen. I'm a gamer. All right. Let me preface this by saying I'm a gamer. Okay.
so you don't.
Most of my people play these games for like their I like this person. I'm gonna put them on my team. It's my waifu. I like her. I'm a filthy fucking power gamer. So I add my team is all dudes. I just put the
What?
strongest
There's
fucking
like
character.
4 dudes in the
Listen,
game, bro.
I put only strong characters on my team, and I skip lore. So I don't do
What
side-
you're saying is,
I don't
so
do
what you're
side
saying
content.
is you had a skill issue because you skipped the side content, and then in a game full of busty waifus, you put 4 dudes on the screen. I'm not judging
Yeah, they
because those
must-
dudes are hunks, but I got some questions.
Yeah, I got some questions too.
okay.
Hey, it's June. You know, it's Pride Month. Are you, is there
Yeah, like, are
moment?
you feeling prideful today, man? Like, what's
I'm feeling
up, man?
prideful. Look at
I'm
my
not
team.
judging. If your Pride
Listen.
demon coming out, let
Listen,
your Pride demon
listen,
come
look,
out.
I'm free to play, and
all
I
I'm
have
saying-
a really good team. That's all I'm saying. I'm pretty fucking prideful right now.
Look, I agree with you because I'm also free to play and I have a really good team. But all I'm saying is hear me out on this. If you're not using Serval, you're just wrong, dude. Fucking rock mommy. You
Dude,
don't
Seal?
you
Oh, that bitch sights an
Why
entire
would I?
team herself.
Why on earth would I use Serval if I have Jing Yuang, bro?
Oh my
Yes.
god.
all right, so
mean,
you're not
Father.
all right, so hold on.
You're not wrong,
You're
you're
not
not
gonna believe
wrong,
this.
but
You're
like-
not no, hold on. You're not gonna believe this. But at C4, she will out DPS to C1 with the same gear.
What's C4? What's
So
C1?
you know how when you all right, so you know how when you get all right, no wait, there's no constellations. It's the Eidolon shit, the dupe things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. When Serval gets past C4 and like actually starts getting her bonus biddies, dude, she's mean. Like my other characters don't take turns. They don't
Yeah, but
take.
does she
turns.
summon a giant lightning god every
No.
turn that does the work
No.
for you?
No, she doesn't
Okay,
have
that
to
is
because
pretty-
she
that's-
summons a lightning strike every turn that does the work for me.
pretty
I
much the
do
same
like the
thing.
fact that he gets an extra like unit base turn though. I do like
It's
that
so
mechanic a
fucking.
lot.
It's
pretty
so
dope.
broken. It's so broken.
So, speaking of lightning,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna transition us here. Yo, so I started playing Diablo 4 because that shit launched. It's obviously hard to ignore that shit. I'm gonna be honest. I'm playing sorcerer because I usually I play rogue, but you know in Diablo the casters have been pretty dope. And I'm gonna be honest, lightning is fucking useless other
Is
than
it
a fucking.
actually?
It's dude. So on the sorcerer, there's three elements. You got fire, you got ice, and you got lightning. Fire, pretty dope. Has some CC ability. Has a dot. It's pretty good for regenning mana. Lightning or no ice, the best out of all of them. My fucking camera doesn't want to work with me,
Yes.
right? And we're back. Yeah. So as I was saying, I also want to talk. I do want to say actually before I get too far into the classes,
Mhm.
Diablo's launch. I don't know if okay.
Surprisingly smooth.
Yeah, okay. So the official launch hasn't happened, but you know, the early access, there was only one instance where their servers fucked up, happened for like an hour or two, and it was back. And I have had no issues getting into the game whatsoever. No, like there's very few stuttering lags that happened that I could complain about. A little bit of driver issues. That was it. Smooth as fuck. They needed this W. I'm gonna be honest. They really
What
did.
the fuck?
Like
Look,
I don't
after
know, Blizzard's taking a lot of L's.
I was after all the shit that's going wrong with them, especially with Overwatch 2, you know, the whole
Oh, holy
hey,
fuck.
you know the whole reason you fucking bought it. We're not doing that anymore
Mhm.
for bullshit reasons, which really just boiled down to we kind of don't want to. So
Mm.
D4 going well was something they needed. Though I didn't really understand the whole outrage behind like, oh, they're selling the premium packs. Bitch, they did it for Diablo 3. What are you talking about? They did it for the last game. That's how everybody does shit now. You get to buy either the standard edition of the game or you get the deluxe edition. Like you've never heard of a collector's edition or a premium pack before.
I will say like people are very ignorant about the digital deluxe. I was a little bit too. The digital deluxe has everything basically if you just get the digital deluxe for like what 10 20 more dollars, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
You get literally early access and basically everything worth getting alongside the top tier.
Yeah.
Just not an accelerated whatever battle pass shit they're doing. I don't know what they're doing with that.
But the thing is like even then, and I'm gonna be real, I look at it like this: the base game was like $70 anyway. So for $20 more, I got the game a couple of days early, and I don't care
Yep.
about the battle pass because it's fucking Diablo. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna accidentally grind out the battle pass while just destroying hordes of shit. That's just how it
Yep.
works.
I don't know. I like people are like bitching about the cash shop, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna be honest. You haven't seen a bad cash. Like, okay, there's cash shop shit, right? But it's not all up in your face. It's just there. There's a little alert on the top whenever the fuck you open up your map and shit. It's there, and it's like, hey, you can go to the shop. But past that, there's nothing really in your face, and like the stuff in the shop's cool and all. But everything
Right.
you want that's dope, you can make yourself in the game by just farming legendaries.
Exactly.
So,
And the thing is I'm only at level like 15 right now,
oh,
but
dude, I beat the
in
story just
oh,
today.
I'm
Holy
not
fuck.
even surprised you were fucking hard. Holy shit.
I was doing
But
7-hour streams every day, like
oh,
playing that shit.
all right, so you basically power cord this shit out. So you've gotten the entire way through the story. So my experience so far at level 15 is in no way, shape, or form have I felt pressured to swipe. Have I felt pressured to even
Nope,
open the
never once.
shop? In fact, I didn't know the shop existed until I opened it by accident.
What
The
do they
only
sell
reason
in the
I've
shop?
opened the just
Skins.
cosmetic
That's it.
skins. That's it.
Just
Oh,
skins.
it's just
That's it.
cosmetics.
And the
That's
thing is,
fine.
Yeah,
and the thing
It's not like
is
pay to win
it's
shit.
not even that bullshit
not
where
pay
it's
to win.
like,
Yeah.
oh, you buy this skin set and you get these stats. No, it's just, dude, you literally get these cosmetics that go in your glamour slots, and that's it. That's it.
I
Mm.
had one
Okay.
person complain to me like, "Oh my god, the cosmetic shop is already in our face," and nobody else ever bitched. Everyone else was like, "Bro, all I had to do was like go with my homies or myself, farm cosmetics, or like." So what you do is you can literally make legendaries, right? And when you make a legendary, it's basically so you go and do a dungeon. When you do the dungeon, you get this aspect. It's like an enchant, and you take these materials that you get from salvaging other dog shit gear, and you go and make or dog shit legendaries, and you go and make another legendary, and you have a random chance of getting a cool skin. If you then go and salvage that skin, it adds it to your skin pack, and then boom, you have like
You
a
have it
whole
forever.
you have a whole bunch of like skins that like look sick, and you can make your looks every time. So I'm like,
Mm.
aside from the money is spent for buying the game early access, I'm not spending any more money on Diablo unless in the future, which I do see them doing, having beaten the story, no spoilers. Having beaten the story, there's so much potential for them to do another X-Pack, and I hope to God that they do. Because
will.
there's
Right.
4 unreleased classes, and there's so much more that they can do with this open world that they've made.
I'm holding out for the monk class. Just saying. Just saying.
Oh, I can see it. Monk, Witch Doctor, fucking what is it called? Because like the continent we're on is like next to the continent we're used to for Diablo story.
Yeah,
Like,
what it feels like what they did was they went, hey, you know how you haven't really played these 3 classes in a long ass fucking time? Here, play these. No demon hunter,
yeah,
you have a rogue. No no crusader, you got old school barbarian back. No shaman, you got the old school druid back. Which is cool because on top of that, they were like, hey, not only do you get the druid, you get the fucking necromancer, which was
yep,
the thing that everybody, and I mean everybody in D3 was asking for. Where's the necromancer? Where's the
Right.
necromancer?
Yeah, yeah.
Where's the necromancer? Because everybody remembered from D2, if you went to the sacred cow garden and you tried to fight the cows with thorns on it and you didn't have a necromancer, you go, ha! Oh, shit, the whole party's dead. Fuck.
yeah. No, it's it another like cool thing is like, oh my god, it's not a spoiler really. You will run into literally the backgrounds of all the classes, including Crusader, at some point. And I'm not even talking through like main story. I'm like talking like you're gonna travel
Side
around the
shit.
map,
Yeah.
side shit. Like I have a
Right.
side quest where I have to go help a Crusader recover her master's armor, and I was like,
Yeah,
I
so
got you,
they
and that's what I
exist.
did. So they exist.
And
So there's a potential for them in the
oh yeah.
future. So I'm like,
And the
yeah,
thing is it's all this look, I'm gonna be real. It's Blizzard. While they are massive fuck ups with a lot of things when it comes to siphoning money out of their players, they know what they're doing. Those
yeah.
classes are
So
ready. They're ready to be released. They've been ready to be released. They're gonna trick or release them. Everybody's gonna play it. They're gonna want to get the cool cosmetics for the class, and then as soon as they do that, 3 months later, they'll release the next one, and then the
yeah,
next one.
if anything, they're gonna DLC release it. That would
Yeah.
be. I could see them getting upset, like people getting upset, like, "Oh, you have to pay for the class." I'm like,
Yeah,
"Yeah,
Necromancer
that's
was a
probably
DLC release as well.
yeah." So what I'm thinking is when they do the next bit of the story, which pray the fuck they do, they're gonna release like 1 or 2 of the classes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Probably. And the thing is like, look, I'm gonna be real. The fact that I dropped $70 on a game and I got a functional game for once, like, dude,
It's
how
just I
fucking low
hate
is the bar?
I
How
was gonna
low is
say,
the bar?
dude,
I
you
can't
guys were
see it.
praising the
It's down here
launch for
somewhere.
being
Oh shit!
playable.
Sorry,
I was
guys.
like,
Not your fault.
dude, how low have we come, dude?
Dude, that's
Look,
true. That's
listen,
true.
listen.
How
All I'm
low are
saying is
expectations become?
as much as I want to be like how low have expectations come, I'm gonna look down at you here, heads, and all I'm gonna say is Redfall.
Oh
Bro,
my
okay,
God.
I'm gonna say this. This year,
What the fuck?
every fucking other game, if not every game that's released, has released with another notice from the developers apologizing for the shit game they fucking released, including Blizzard with fucking Overwatch. What is going on? Dude, every other
Oh
game
God.
that's released this year has been below functional. So my bar from being functional to like being like a god tier game has been set here to where it's like, hey, if I can log into this bitch ass game, if I can do character creation, not have a queue. Okay, not having a queue is like up here. I'll be honest, and like be able to like
Okay.
do shit. It's crazy.
Wait, I
So,
can
like,
play the game.
functionality
This is a
here.
god tier game, dude.
Yeah, like, I can
Yes,
play
the
the game.
floor is made out of floor.
Holy
I
fuck.
can log in. I don't glitch off the fucking map like a billion times. What the fuck?
We
That's
have been
amazing.
conditioned.
Dude, they have the gaming industry has abused me until like Diablo 4.
Hey, wait, hold on.
This is like a
hold on.
classic.
I-
Go on.
I gotta clarify for my PTSD-driven friend over here who's currently having an episode. The AAA industry.
AAA. To be fair, yeah.
Because I'm gonna be
Yeah.
real, the
Yeah.
indie industry has been putting out some fucking bangers.
Oh
dude.
yeah, yeah, that's fair. That's facts.
Like, and I am gonna be honest. there's one simple reason why it happens, and people don't get this. Everyone's like, "Oh, but the AAA games have all the resources and all the money." It doesn't matter. They have no passion, and that's
Yeah,
the
they
problem.
lost it. They lost it.
They
Okay.
they
Go, sorry.
forgot what it's about. Making the entire point of what the industry was supposed to be about is you put your passion into something, you make a good game that has your passion in it, and it ends up being a good product that makes you a shit ton of money because it's a good product.
You know
When
what
you
it
try to
is?
make it to be a product, yeah, go ahead.
It's the story of like the classic story of like a rapper or a music artist who grows from having like being a broke motherfucker with nothing, who grows to being rich as fuck, but then forgets his roots about it being a broke motherfucker who had
Exactly.
nothing, and then like
Exactly.
somewhere along the line forgot his dream and forgot the journey, and then like just forgot everything.
Yeah,
That's the
I
story.
can see a small like I'm getting a bit of that from The Forest. The first game, small indie company, right? Like, you know,
Mhm.
they
It
made a
was pretty
game.
dope when we
It
played it.
felt like it felt nice. It was fun to play. Like it wasn't obviously like top tier standard, but it was a fun game. Like I replayed that maybe 5 or 6 times, right?
Yeah, I mean, you
But
played
the
it together at one point.
yeah, but now that I don't know, the new Forest doesn't have that same feel. Like I
How's
don't want.
that?
I
Like,
want to play
how
the
would you
Forest
describe it in
one. I don't want to
comparison?
go. I don't want to play the new Forest. I don't know what it is. It's just
It just doesn't have the magic.
it's like
I,
yeah,
I
it's
was about
become
to say,
like disconnected.
I was gonna say, I was like, I think I know what, or like, I had an idea of what it was, which is basically like, and this is something that I learned recently that makes me really sad about nostalgia, which is you're chasing an old feeling and only able to recapture a small fraction of how you felt. So because of that, the Forest One had all of this passion and all of this everything put into it, and then the second game was them trying to recapture that spark, and you'll never be able to do it. It's just not possible.
Yeah, weird
Um,
because they didn't stray too far away from the original game, but it just doesn't feel like the same. It doesn't. I don't want it to feel like the same game. I just want it to feel that same passion, which
But
there's
in the end, it feels like something's missing, right?
yeah, that's exactly what it
they
feels like.
lost something along the way, which is what happened to a lot of like OG Blizzard. There was some magic. Like I would be sitting there,
Hmm.
and this is what got me into Blizzard in general. Like, okay, I had my cousin Binder, who obviously got me into StarCraft as a kid. But like me, I'd be sitting there, and I remember as a 12-year-old kid sitting there watching Wrath of the Lich King cinematics on like the when they'd come on, and I'd be like, man, I don't
It's the
have
coolest fucking shit.
$15. I don't have $15, but damn, I wish I could play that. I'm gonna go back to
Yeah.
Mabinogi and RuneScape right now. Like,
Dude,
and look,
the exact same thoughts. I'd be sitting there. I watched the Wrath of the Lich King trailer drop while I'm grinding. Fuck, no Amiya because I was a kid. It was like Outcarried Guards or some shit. And I'm just like, I wish I had $15. I wish I
dude,
had $15.
and my parents wouldn't spend it. And then eventually, I
No,
got like Cataclysm came out, and I was like, it's time. Somehow I pulled
it's time.
$15 out of my ass, and I'd start playing, and I'd watch like Jesse Cox and Total Biscuit, and like I would watch all these like dope motherfuckers, and that's how I ended up being here. Actually, my World of Warcraft thing led me to streamers, led me to like Swifty and
Okay.
Soda Poppin', and then Soda Poppin' took me on a journey, and that's why I still say fucking AIDS. So like I still say AIDS from
Yeah.
2012 Soda Poppin', like. Oh
It's,
god.
it's the grass of your, or it's the roots of your grass. I almost said that backwards.
It's
Don't
it's
fucking
it's my
judge me.
roots, bro. It's part of it's become a part of me. And you know what? Games a lot of the I'll be real. I don't I don't know what games I'm looking forward to. Like literally the only games I was looking forward to was Diablo 4, and so far it's been chill. I had some trouble in the classes, like I said, Lightning Spec suck dick, but Frost is dope, and I'm fucking Canadian, so fuck it, I went Frost. Uh, But like, aside from Diablo, I don't know what the fuck I'm looking forward to play like this year. Like, yeah, y'all got any games, heads, Emmy? Like, I'm fucking clueless. Somebody
You
told
want
me
to go
Street
first, Heads?
Fighter or Tekken. Yeah, we've been talking a lot, Uppy.
Oh yeah. Oh, I gotta like I said last time. The only thing I was looking forward to was Tears of the Kingdom, but thing is,
Mm.
I don't want. I don't want to pull up
Okay,
the
okay, look.
Switch, and I don't want to drop
Okay,
$80
look.
for a fucking game.
All I'm saying is I haven't played Tears of the Kingdom yet, but
Mhm.
Purra.
I don't know who that is. I haven't played. How do
You
you
haven't
know who
played
that
yet?
is?
He hasn't touched
Wait,
it.
No,
He hasn't
I don't
spent
have.
$80.
I don't
I
have.
haven't. I
I don't have the
haven't
game.
played it. I've
Yeah.
seen the memes. All I'm gonna say is it is the best fucking waifu that Nintendo has ever made.
How do you
Ever.
spell it? I'll look it
So-
up right now.
Purah. Pura.
I'll wait.
All right, Pur.
Pura.
Oh, I have seen porn of this character.
I
Oh,
I
yeah,
said
no, no, no,
nothing
I-
about porn. I
No.
said nothing about
No, I'm just
porn.
saying.
Hold up.
This is how I know her.
Oh. But yeah,
So,
apparently she's an
Heads-
absolute bro.
Heads,
I'm
what
like,
is
I-
what is your explain your reasoning? Why wouldn't you want to spend $80 on this bitch and like this fucking just get it? Like it's stream content for you. Like
Because $80 is a lot of money.
It's just
I
a lot
know
of
it
money,
is.
and me,
Yeah, that's
me
fair.
I would not get that money back playing it. You know, just because I do stream, but
yeah,
yeah, it wouldn't be worth the investment.
And
I
then-
know it's not always about like investment, and I just don't have the money right now.
no,
That's
that
pretty
makes
much it.
sense. Yeah, and also the whole capture card issue. I remember you talking about last time we were doing this podcast.
Yeah, dealing with
yeah,
it
fuck
is
you,
annoying,
Elgato.
but it's not.
Oh my
it's-
god! Oh god!
Yeah, it's. I know the workaround now, dude. Like I had to I just had to fucking solve
Yeah, don't
Elgato's
use
little
it.
puzzle. Yeah, don't use it exactly.
Yeah, it's don't use it.
So I'm literally okay. So last time I plugged in an Elgato capture card, it's the
Yes.
I have it somewhere in the closet. I'm not gonna walk over and get it. It's too much fucking. There's too many boxes since I built my PC. They're like, I had the 4K 60. I plugged it into my motherboard on my pre-built, right? All the fucking HDMI ports on my pre-built stopped working.
What? Oh, yeah.
Every single HDMI port, and I had to fresh install Windows to fix it. And so now I'm like, I could install. I have it. It's not a pre-built anymore. There might not be any issues anymore. I could plug that bitch in. We could be chilling.
Nope.
But
same
what if
problem.
it happens again?
Yeah.
Nope. Same
Yeah.
problem.
So I was scrolling
Yeah, so
Twitter just now, and
I'm literally about to just like either give that shit away, that 4K 60,
Mhm.
because I only spent $100 for it. I bought it from Para, and I know Para took
Yeah.
care of it. So I know something is just wrong with like, I don't know, something's wrong with the Elgato shit.
right.
So
right,
I'm gonna
right.
go Aver Media this time.
Yeah,
I'm over.
Yeah. I have the external version. I don't have.
Understandably so.
I have the external version. It doesn't work fine, but if you restart it enough, I think it starts working.
I like
I'd
how
rather
you had to
restart
think
than
about that.
reinstall.
And the nicest way you could put it was, it doesn't work fine.
It doesn't work. I tried giving it the credit. I used it.
You
It just gave
tried
me a
so
fucking hard time.
dude.
I did. What I was saying was,
You tried so hard.
yeah, I was scrolling Twitter. I looked up her name right away, and look, I posted it in the chat. Dude, I instantly found like some kind of porn. Twitter
I'm
just
about to
has
play
no.
this game, yo. if you
Yeah,
find
yeah,
that
yeah.
porn again,
Tears,
let me
Tears
know.
in the Kingdom. $80. Maybe I can pull it. Maybe I can actually, maybe.
Look,
Maybe I can find some
stop,
room.
Stop scrolling Twitter, because all that's gonna happen is, and I know what post it's gonna be. You just scroll past one, and it's gonna be of her, and you're gonna go, all right, I'm gonna buy the game.
Listen, I don't want to
I
think
already-
about jacking off for a while.
I already
so I'm gonna
purchased.
go
I
away.
already purchased.
I've been
it,
trying to
actually.
jack off less, boys. I've been actually trying to jack off.
Good for
actively
you.
less. It's been hard, bro. I literally the reason I've been playing 7 hours of Diablo, I'm not jacking off as much. I have anger.
What
I'm
the fuck?
frustrated.
I picture you like cold sweats in your sleep, and you wake up in the middle of the night, eyes wide open, dick
Actually,
hard.
I've had so
Your
much
hand is
energy
shaking, dude.
from not jacking off.
You have
I'm
so
not
much
even
energy.
joking. I'm literally like I have 3 hours of sleep. I have so much energy. I'm literally like I'm gonna go play Diablo and I'm gonna stream again. And like my European viewers are so happy because they're like, this motherfucker is alive while we're at work, after we're off work, when we're asleep. When does
Yeah.
he sleep? Oh
My
god.
man has finally realized what happens when you're in a refractory period for 80% of your life.
I've just not jacked off, and all of a sudden I have so much energy, I don't know what to do. I'm making my own VTuber model soon. What's going on?
Sounds
like,
like
what
jacking
the
off was
fuck?
taking up a lot of your fucking time and energy, bro. How hard in the paint were you going?
4 times a day. Sometimes.
4 times a day.
4
I'm not-
times a day.
I think
Bro,
it was an.
all right, hold
I
on
think I
a
have an
second. I
addiction,
got
I'll be honest.
that's like 80 minutes tops. Where the fuck are the other 23 hours, bro?
Laying down to sleep.
Oh,
Fuck.
you gotta sleep after a good nut. Yeah.
I would nut, and then I'd
No,
like,
you
after, like,
don't
half
sleep
an hour-
after. No, you don't sleep after a good.
I don't
night.
even
You
clean
make your
up
decisions
sometimes. I
after
just
that.
sleep.
The
What?
fuck?
Okay. I'm
Dude, I'm
kidding.
not,
Hey,
bro.
hey,
I
don't look at
saved
me. You heard that?
time.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It was a joke.
I mean,
How,
they're gonna know.
I still don't understand how somehow I am the least insane one out of this trio. I don't.
So I'll be honest. They're gonna know at this point because we're releasing that Patreon shit just for the record. Like I got in my foreskin, bro. I'd save time, not my foreskin. Drop it in the toilet, flush that shit, come back,
Right.
watch a YouTube video, feel better in life. Have that post nut clarity.
Right,
I'm
right.
like, damn, I jacked off to fucking Link. Damn, I need to rethink life. Link
I know
fucking
what you're
Zelda,
talking
bro.
about. Hey, listen, I know what you're talking about.
Bro, I know it's
A-
Pride Month, but you
listen,
gotta stop.
it's
You
good.
gotta
Listen,
stop
no, you
jacking
gotta
off
I'm
understand.
talking to the dude. I'm talking about my boy fucking Zelda. I imagined I was Link. All right, whatever. Anyways, regardless, I was like, damn. I need to go to rethink life. I would listen to like 2 Steps from Hell for a bit, and then I'd go lay down for a 3-hour nap.
Right, right.
I have so many.
Dude, cut out the middleman, dude. Just bring an elastic band with you and just tie up the foreskin after you nut in it. You don't have to go to the bathroom until you wake up.
Bro, that would hurt, bro. My foreskin.
Just bring a zip tie or something.
Dude, oh my god. Okay.
Word to our viewers: please don't zip tie your penis.
Yeah. Don't do
Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
I don't condone anything these two idiots are saying right
You have
now.
to zip tie the base of your nuts. Sorry, what's up?
No.
Oh
don't.
no. Okay, don't
Don't.
zip tie your genitals at all. Okay.
Is
But
that
You know what? Don't put any restrictive bands on your genitals whatsoever. I don't know why I have to specify this, but apparently I do.
I have a weird question, and this is before I change topics. I just gotta ask y'all.
your next words.
It's not gonna be wisely. So, a friend of mine,
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna say their name.
We'll call them
Because,
Jane Doe. Okay.
thanks for not saying my name, dude.
So they sent me. So they were they were sexting someone else,
Okay.
and we were in VR, and they accidentally sexted me, and I saw their cock in a cage. I'm very confused. How the fuck do cock cages work? I thought it was just a cage around your cock. What the fuck is what is a cock cage?
I don't know. I always thought they got like support from the balls. So like
No. Huh?
Yeah, like it looked like something around their balls, but then it had like a cap on top of the head of the penis.
What did they
Ah,
put like their
interesting.
dick in like a shark cage? Like what?
I
What
don't
the
know,
fuck?
bro. I looked at it for a bit, and I
You
was like,
saw
yo,
it. Explain it.
I stared at it for that long. I looked at it. It was in VR. I looked at it, and I'm like, hey, I think you sent your dick pics to me by accident. I'm
Homie,
like,
is that a
"Man."
cage?
Yeah, I would have been like, dude, what's with the Prince Albert? Like, what's going on here?
Oh God.
Yeah,
The Prince
I was just
Albert.
like, I was kind of like sitting there, and like the rest of the night, I'm looking at the
What the-
homie, and they were just like, "Hey, bro, is what it is."
Yo, for the rest of our
It's like-
episodes, we should just look up how to like put on a cock cage. Oh wait, not because I want to.
No,
It's just interesting to know how
I don't
it works.
Want to.
No, I don't want to. I'm not saying I want
Are
to.
you sure about that?
I'm
Because
not
you were like, we
saying
need to
I
look up how
want
to
to.
do
I'm
this.
just saying, dude. It's
need to look up how to do
Canes brings up a good fucking.
You girl know something, bro?
No,
Like,
But you cut out
No.
so hard. What did you just say, kids?
you like let your girl know about something, bro?
No, dude. I'm just listen.
No,
I know how that came off. Okay, the suggestion was a little weird, but it would be content. It'd be like
how the cock
A
catch comes
little?
up.
informative. Listen,
Hey,
listen. I was just
just
talking
like
about.
we did
Would you
the-
rather
just
I
like-
use zip ties?
No, okay. I'd rather you
All right,
use zip ties now.
look up
rather you
the damn instructions. You fucking
No, look it up after.
you walking Darwin Award.
No. Dude.
No.
I think
don't
it'd
want
be
to hear.
content.
I don't want to hear.
Hey, listen, comment
don't
below
wanna
if you
hear
want
it.
us to review
You-
cock cages.
Yeah,
We'll have a
comment below.
a cage is the only one with a
Patreon.
webcam. So I mean,
I will pay.
we'll get him
each
sent to his house.
commenter $10 to not make me do that.
You have any zip ties, a Canes?
We're not gonna review it ourselves, but comment below if you want.
No,
us
not
to look up
ourselves,
cock
but a
cages.
Canes has a webcam.
I will read reviews. No
You'll read-
problem.
Yeah, we'll read other people's.
Okay,
review
we need to
on
watch
cock
like an
cages.
informative video though.
Fine, we'll do that. Sure.
Because like, okay, can I be
What?
honest, dude? When it comes to like, I'm trying to
What?
fix like, I have like a PC issue or I have an issue with like the editing software that I use. I watch
Okay.
videos, dude. I don't read
No,
text. I'm a visual
When
learner.
I need to put together a piece of IKEA furniture, I use the paperwork.
No, but a video would be so much more, so much better. You don't have to read anything.
God, I'm in pain.
You understand listen. Listen. If it was for something like a sofa, then yeah, or like putting a printer together. My dude, it's a fucking dick cage. We can't put that video up. What are you talking about?
We'll put it on Patreon. It'll be fine.
But if it's on Patreon,
Like,
we could do it.
Look, all I'm saying is you Patreon babies are getting your money's worth. What the
Listen,
fuck?
hey, you're acting like you've never seen a pair of dick and balls before, dude. Not a pair of dicks.
Not in a cage.
Like a dick and a pair of balls.
Like, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, it's just a pair of dick and balls. Yeah, normally, it's not in a fucking circus attraction. He's like, yeah, it's a pair of dick and balls. And it's going...
No, dude, no.
Get the fuck out of
no.
here.
Listen,
Get the
listen.
fuck out of here.
It's willingly in the
No.
cage, though. Which is crazy to me, because I feel like cages...
Consent isn't the issue.
hey,
Right.
to the friend who sent me their dick and balls, you know what you did. This is because of you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Heads,
and-
you know who they are too.
Do
That's
I?
all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
You know you're
and-
friends with them too.
And the cage is
Ah.
going to send me the picture, and
To the
I will
person
give
who
you a
sent
rating
the
out of
Canes
10.
That picture. I don't
kidding.
know you, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Is your dick okay?
Yeah. So, I mean,
I'm very scared.
And if the answer is yes, you got to prove
the
it
first
by sending
time
it
in
into
my
a cage.
life, I had to look at a homie and I was like, "Nice cock." like,
You're like, damn, all 93 inches. Holy shit.
like, nice cock, bro. Fuck. They were just like,
Is that a cage or
yeah.
a jail cell, homie? What the fuck?
You know the awkward part is the person they were sending the dick pic to was right next to us.
Oh my god.
I'm just so,
Oh
yo, we're
god.
actually playing this drinking board game
Dude,
in VR.
at that point,
No,
I would
listen,
have just,
all I'm
I would have
saying-
just unmuted
listen.
and be like, "Yo, Canes, can you? I fucked up. Can you just send it to them instead?" I would have made you the middleman, dude. Like, bro,
No,
listen.
you know what I would have done? You know what you should have done? I would have wingmaned. I would have looked at whoever he was sending it to dead in the face and just been, you lucky bitch. And I would have logged out.
Oh hell no.
Oh hell, I wasn't leaving, bro. I just sat there. I was like, I'm gonna continue drinking. I was having the time of my life that night.
Yeah, I bet you
Yeah,
needed
I wonder
a
why your
drink
night.
after
Yeah,
seeing that shit.
I wonder why your night was so good after seeing that shit.
Yo,
I was having the night of my life,
it's-
like this guy.
Man's was
Holy-
like, it went from an 8 to a 10.
It went from an 8 to a 10
Oh.
inch.
Dude,
Oh
you know what?
my.
We're already on this topic of VR chat, but I wanted to talk about, yo, I would have never have touched VR. I realized I would have never touched VR chat ever, like if not for years, and like had this whole arc where I met heads, met all these other people, went to
Mm.
TwitchCon, all this shit.
Mhm.
If it wasn't for the fact that I got dicked out of school by COVID, COVID, literally, the reason I went into online schooling and then was like, fuck this, I saw Soda on VR chat and went and started playing VR chat was because COVID happened. So I wanted to talk about. I wanted to ask you guys before I start on my own because I talk a lot.
Uh-huh.
What? How did COVID change your lives?
So can I go first? Because mine's the easiest.
Yeah.
Sure, and then I gotta ask heads.
It literally didn't. I worked from home already. I didn't go outside. My lifestyle was already quarantine. So
Mhm.
all that happened was fucking nothing, actually. The whole thing happened, and honestly, my life felt no different at all. It was just, okay, cool. Now everybody's doing what I'm doing.
Really?
And that was it. Yeah.
Oh shit.
I already worked from home, so it wasn't like my job moved home. It was something where I live a sedentary lifestyle where I'm glued to a computer. Otherwise, if I go out in public for more than 5 minutes, I'll get arrested. So it's one of those things where it was like nothing really changed. It was just like, oh shit, everybody's coughing. I get to go
Yeah.
outside looking like Sub-Zero. That's a plus.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, yours was chill. I got fucking dicked in comparison. Holy fuck.
Mine-
Yo,
What
Heads,
happened to you?
what
Mine
about
was
you?
smooth.
Yeah. My life changed a lot, bro. I was doing my
Please take your
masters
3 inches
and
that day.
because of COVID, everything that I worked to achieve for the 2 years, just all the cell lines fucking died.
I would have fucking
Holy
stabbed somebody.
yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, and I was working on. I was doing.
fuck.
I was doing 2 different theses. So, usually you only need to do one for your masters, but I was working on 2 different projects. Since I was a master's student, not a PhD, I didn't get the room in the hospital nitrogen tanks to keep my cell lines to keep them alive. And
Mhm.
if you were in a hospital, you weren't getting nitrogen deliveries, right? Our building was all shut
Yeah.
down, our research
Yeah.
building. So yeah, I lost all the progress, and I was like, I'm not starting from zero, and I can't graduate with nothing. So I took a leave of absence. Just stick to TAing.
Mhm.
Did TAing for a bit, And then yeah, that's what I started watching. So the way I actually got into VR chat was like a whole string of fucking Twitch streamers. So initially
Mm.
I started like I caught a glimpse of
Yeah.
okay, so this is how it fucking so I used to watch YouTube videos of these fucking tech scammers, like, you know, scam baiters. I used to
Holy
watch
fuck,
Kiboga,
okay, yeah.
right? That guy just
Kid
randomly
Boga
popped.
is my
This is how it
dude.
started. This is how it all fucking started.
Oh,
Yeah.
here we go.
I would get like a recommendation, boom, like on YouTube, and I was like, oh shit, what is this? Like, is scam baiting? What is that? Start watching Kiboga, and I was like, oh shit, this is entertaining. Like, he was like pretending to be like RPing an old lady, whatever. You know, scam baiting is when like scammers, like, you waste a scammer's time knowing that they're trying to scam you, so that they can't be scamming someone else in the meantime.
Yeah.
Also, with Kiboga's videos, he was bringing like shedding more light on the whole scamming,
shit, yeah.
scam baiting or scamming scene, and you know, his whole thing was let your, you know, let your let the elderly people in your life know what's going on. Keep them informed so that this doesn't happen to them, because that's like the main victims. That's why he plays in old ladies, because when they get old people on the phone, they're like, dude, this is free
They're
fucking
ruthless.
money.
Jackpot.
Free
Yeah,
money,
like,
dude.
Jackpot.
Yeah,
I
we're
got
gonna
some.
send you to jail and your family. It's fucked. Some people are just so fucked. Anyway, Kiboga started doing GTA RP on what is that? What is that server? What's the GTA RP server? The popular one?
That's a question.
Oh, no,
That's a
Pixel.
question
The
for
one
you,
I
bro.
was
No
on.
Pixel.
The one I was
Yeah,
on.
exactly. Yeah. So he started doing RP on No Pixel, and he just played Edna, the old lady that he does for the scam
Oh,
baiting,
yeah,
and it
yeah, I
worked
remember this.
perfectly. It worked. It was good. It was great content. But then he ran into Mr. Chang.
Oh,
no.
Yeah,
no.
and I was like, "Who the fuck? This
Oh,
guy's
no.
hilarious. Who is this?" Hey, oh, okay. I'm mentioning that today. I saw Lord Kevin was the guy. He got kicked off of Twitch, right? Today was his first stream back on
Did he?
Twitch.
I thought he like swapped just in general. I don't know what happened.
I think he got.
Okay,
I
so
think
it was
his character wasn't allowed on Twitch anymore.
Oh, what
so
the fuck?
First stream back on Twitch. What happened?
Oh yeah, so
What
today
happened?
was his first stream back on Twitch. I'm not sure. I didn't completely watch it, but anyway, I started watching Lord Kevin, and I watched him for like a month or two, and then
Yeah.
this other character popped up. It was Seer's fucking like Sasuke, like some weeb fuck Uchiha
Seer?
guy, Seer, right?
Yeah.
And so I started watching Seer, and then Seer one night joined the Raffle Gator lobby and just hung out.
That's how that happened for you.
That's how it fucking happened. So he spent 3 hours just in Meech's face, just like, you know, your dad. No,
That's
your
funny.
dad. No, your dad. And Meech would be like, no, your dad. He'd be like, no, fuck you, your dad. Anyway, I don't know what the fuck they must have been on some kind of drugs. But then after that, I started watching VR chatters, watching Rob, noticed Mango on Rob's stream, started watching Mango, and boom, I was in the community, dude. Mango's community pulled me in. I logged on VR chat for the first time, and it was over since then, dude. That's been my life.
Okay.
Ruined.
So, dude, that's where you meet me. So that kind of ties back to the last podcast. I guess I can fucking jump into mine. So for me, it was like 2019 post. I had just retired my guild Decimate on fucking BDO after like they did tons and tons and tons of shit changes for the last year and a half, right? I'm like, fuck. Okay, fuck this. But then as I retire the guild, literal next week after me retiring the guild, I get a letter from the dean. You've been accepted for your course at Nate. Fuck, I don't care my college name, Nate. I'm like, yo, that's sick. That's dope. I could go. I can do my software development degree now. So I go in person. Start my courses January 2020. I go from a student who, like, mind you, I have NASA awards. I have shit. Whenever I'm interested in something, I'm acing it. And my school's an IT school, so I start acing every class. I have an A in fucking coding. I have an A in my web design. I have an A in every fucking class, to the point that I make the honor roll next semester. Like, first time in my life I've made honor rolls in fucking college, right? But at the end of that semester, COVID happened.
Oh, wow.
Hold up.
And here's the thing: I have hardcore ADD, and like to the point where my ADD gave me OCD. Like, and I cope with it. I deal with it my own way. I don't have medication for it. That's a story for another time. There's a reason I'm not medicated for it. I'm just better off without it. Mind you, I have to deal with issues and I have to make disciplines for myself to be in a class to be able to focus. Did not carry to online. And so, I'm sitting here, I have my friends, I have like my friends in Discord and they're shooting the shit and I'm like watching my class and doing that. And I just kind of like deafen and I open up Twitch and I see Soda streaming. I see him playing VR chat. Alright,
Okay.
let's watch this shit.
No.
The
Don't
next
do it
20
again.
the next 24 hours is just me watching fucking VODs of like him in VR chat, and I'm like, this is my place. I was like,
Yeah.
this is where I need to be.
Oh.
And so I log
Go on.
so I
Sorry,
log
you're
on
right.
VR chat like periodically through the year. And I'm really having fun. And in like October, I was streaming VR chat. This is October 2020. I was streaming VR chat. And the group I'm with was just like, split apart. It was whatever, just whatever. But one of the people from that group, Snow Bunny, was like, yo, I ran into like these like people from this like streamer lobby, like Megacord. It's like, it's somebody's birthday. It's somebody named Kai's birthday. You should go. You should really come. I think you would love these people. You need to come. And I was like, all right, Snow, sure, I'll fucking go. I reluctantly came. I didn't really want to go. I genuinely was just like, whatever. But when I went, I ran into somebody named Kai the Lorky. And I just shot the shit with this motherfucker for like hours. And then the next day, I met Heads on that beach, that story I told you about last time. And I was sucked into Mango Cord, became an event organizer, all that shit. Here I am. Like I got sucked into VR, bro. It changed my life. I've been on VR for 2 fucking years. I met like hundreds of people. Went to TwitchCon, met Dottie, met fucking all these other motherfuckers. It's crazy.
Yeah.
All from my life going like my life was on a path of like I'm finally succeeding to like complete fucking now I'm failing. Mind you, I couldn't do online schooling. I still can't. I actually recently went back to online schooling. It still sucks. Like I was good at it initially. Like it still sucks. I still can't learn in this environment. Like it's still hard. Like it's not for me. I spent years training myself for a classroom environment where I can raise my hand, ask a question, answered within 30 seconds, or look to my friend and be like, "Hey, bro, what the fuck you do here? Because I don't get it," and he'll answer it for me, right? Like, and
it's being able to
I can't learn, bro.
Being able to pick the teacher's brain apart in person is an entirely different experience than trying to deal with them over a chat room. Like, because you can actually like point out like, okay, this is the part I'm specifically not getting, and you can't do that online. Because it's like, all right, I'm not understanding this, but you could point to it, and it's like, okay, well, he's gonna see that as the whole problem. Not he can't tell by your body language what you're trying to insinuate because he can't see it. He has to then go off of your tone and inflection, and online we know how that goes. Sometimes you could say something and it goes from, oh yeah, this is what you meant, to the fuck was that supposed to mean? Like it's how it goes.
Dude, you know how many times I raised my hand in that first semester of class, right? I would raise my hand 30 times a class. I'm not joking. It's a 2-hour block, raise my hand 30 times. And the class initially thought I was cringe, right? Initially they didn't fucking like. But the amount of people in that class that are like, yeah, I had the same question as him. I was just too shy to ask. And the teacher would be like, what the fuck aren't you asking? Like, why is he the only one asking? I mean, I don't mind it. I'm glad he's asking because if he doesn't get it, apparently y'all don't either. And the thing is, imagine that, but now imagine it in an online scenario where nobody's fucking asked. And so the professor's just going along and ain't nobody fucking know what's going on.
Yeah.
They just droll along. They get the lesson plan out. Because the thing is when you're in a classroom, I'm gonna be real, your behavior's different. Because whether you like it or not, it doesn't matter if you're on webcam. Because the webcam, like for me, for example, you can see my head, my boobies, and my shoulders. My hands could be texting on my phone
This is
right
literally
now.
what professors use.
I could be strangling a kitten. I could be knifing a fucking piece of butter and putting it on some toast. You'll never know. But in a classroom, you see all of that shit. So now, because of that, your brain's hyper focused on, I don't want to look stupid. I don't want to look like an asshole. I don't want to look stupid. So you hyper focus on the class and you retain information better.
Yep.
Or worse, what happens is because of the fact that everybody's off doing their own fucking thing online, you're right. Nobody asks the questions, and the teacher's like, "Anybody got any questions?" And no one's paying attention to the teacher. But the teacher's like, "I'm here to get a paycheck because this is online. I'm not ever going to see any of you face to face. You can get as mad as you want. I can just hit the mute button, and I'm good."
And like
So,
I feel like some of these teachers do want to help. Like I genuinely
oh,
think like some of them
definitely.
sure do. And like
Yeah.
the
But
thing is, like I'll sorry, I just want to give an example. I
oh yeah,
know I'm
you're
talking
good.
a lot. I would in class we had dual monitor setups. I would literally have
Yeah.
Twitch up on that second monitor just for the background noise, and I'd be hyper focused on class still. I could still focus on the class, but I can't do that at home. It's just a different environment. I just can't.
Mhm.
I don't get it. And I know other people
I
succeed in it. More power to you. I don't.
so
You know.
I actually think I could shed some light on this one because of the fact I have worked from home for like fucking 5 years now, maybe 6.
Go for it. Go for it.
So what happens is when you're in school or you go to work, like let's say for example, you drive up to your job at Walmart or your office job at fucking Comcast, wherever the fuck you're working at, it doesn't matter.
Hmm.
Bell for you, Canadian fuckies. It's something where
Rogers
yeah,
heads.
Rogers and all that
Yeah,
shit.
don't
But
remind
it's
me.
something where when you are going to work, let's be honest, you have a specific I'm at work mindset where you behave differently, you have mannerisms, you
You're
have
here to get shit
filters,
done.
you're here to get shit done and you're here to not get yourself fired. The problem is that is associated with the environment of working. And it goes for the same thing with school. You're going into the school building with the intent of I am here to learn. I am here to get this objective done. When you're at home, now you don't have that specific environment for school or work. You're at home and now it's something where especially for me, my office isn't separate from my work office. I can literally just slide wee over this way and now I'm at work. You know? The
Yeah.
Yeah.
problem with that is because of the fact that it's the home environment with the work or school environment, your brain can't fully make that jump over to I'm in work mode or I'm in business mode because you have your computer right there. You have all of your shit. Your pets are there to distract you. You're at home. You feel more comfortable. Your brain goes into the mindset of I'm at home and I should be relaxing, even if you have a task. That's why a lot of people that work from home or go to school from home end up falling asleep at their desks despite being on camera because it's the level of comfort that it's just
Home
you've
provides.
lived there for X amount of years. You're conditioned to feel that way. It's not anything you're
But
doing
people
wrong.
make
It's
like
just how you
a
feel.
literal office work environment where they literally go. Like I know people who literally go into a whole different computer, a whole different fucking room in their house, have a whole different setup. Might even log into fucking Mac instead of Windows. I'm
Yeah.
not even trolling.
Yeah, yeah.
Just for a
I had
different
to do that
environment.
for a
I
while.
would
That's actually a good point.
yeah.
What's up, Heads?
I would so I mean coming from the teacher's perspective, I TA'd like I TA'd so many
Well, you
fucking
did online
classes, dude.
teaching.
Oh yeah,
So
you're
that
on
was
the
after.
other end of
So
the fence. I want to hear this.
normally I would do so I would TA labs, right? Biochem, first year biochem 2, molecular bio. Uh and in these labs, right, like you have to be doing science, you have to be doing biology. Um and just getting that hands-on experience keeps the students focus. And when you're actually
Mm.
doing it, you can start asking questions because it's like a step-by-step thing. You're trying to figure it out on your own. Not only that, so that's the student's perspective. And you don't have that online. Coming from the
Yeah.
teacher's perspective is there's there's a connection that you don't have with the students, right? That and I feel like that connection goes both ways where they're comfortable talking to you just as like you're comfortable talking with them. I remember if I see my students on the street that I've taught in person, I'll remember them. Like
Yep.
they have left an impression on me. I remember them. I know them. I can talk to them. There's a connection. Um, I can tell when they're confused, even if they don't say it, right? Like I can go over and be like, you guys are having issues. Like you guys look like you're not moving on to the next step, right? You guys look like you have issues, or if it's like a in lab written
Yeah.
portion, you can like they're talking to each other, discussing, like I'd eavesdrop all the time, and I'd be like, oh, okay, well, hold on, they're talking it out. I let them talk it out. If they have an issue, I go over it. Anyway, I can recall any of my fucking students, and I'm pretty confident I can recall them all. Well,
I
okay,
still
maybe not
recall
all. There was a
my
lot of
teachers a little
fucking
bit.
students. There was a lot of students, but I do
Yeah.
like the ones that were like actively asking questions and stuff. Online, I don't remember one of my fucking students online. And I did like 10 online. So I did way more in-person classes.
Mhm.
Like I TA'd all 3 years of my molecular science degree, or master's or whatever. But the last or like the last year of it, I was doing mostly online shit. And I cannot name, even though I have done a lot of classes, I cannot name or picture one of those fucking students in those dozens of classes. Like,
Fuck, bro.
yeah. But with the IRL classes, I can recall them. I recall that not only like their faces and how they
Same.
look, but like, you know, their
Just
attitudes.
how they acted. Yeah,
Exactly.
like how they behaved, for lack
Yeah.
of a better word. Because the
So
thing is
yeah.
I still remember
and
all my in-school teachers from my first semester, but they're the
Hmm.
only ones I remember.
Hmm.
exactly. I can't remember any of the trainers or anybody I've ever dealt with online unless I'm like at my current job with them.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of my previous trainer at my previous job. It's
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
where if they
Fuck.
still didn't work there, I wouldn't remember the trainer at my current job. They still work there. That's the only reason I remember. But I
Hmm.
think back to when I was actually working out on, in person with people, in the actual, like the stores or in the buildings when I was working with, I'm going to call him John, when I was working as an independent contractor and I'd go into this in a building and I'd be setting it up. I knew every member of the crew personally. I knew what
Hmm.
their favorite flavor of coffee was. I knew what to buy them for breakfast when I was, the fucking the foreman of the project for that day because John had to go to another site, and it was
Mhm.
something where oddly enough, even though I was in my early 20s, a lot of the people he would hire would be people fresh out of high school or in their first or second year of college that have either an interest in IT or just need a job. And because of the fact that I was able to deal with them in person, I was able to get a handle on their technical abilities, understand like, okay, you'd be good at setting this stuff up. You don't know what a phone is, so I'm gonna have you unravel all the cables and get everything ready. You could place people in their expertise. You don't get any of that
Dude,
online.
Yeah. I will
dude,
say
just
another
go ahead.
big thing that interferes with the learning of the actual students is it might sound like counterintuitive, but the social aspect of it of having
I was about to touch on
classmates,
that, bro.
having
I was about to
classmates,
touch
right?
on that.
Yeah, because if you think about it, like if you were in class in person and you'll maybe chat with people that are there, right? Because in a Zoom call there is no pre-lobby, right? You don't meet with people beforehand. You get in, don't talk, get out. Boom, you're by yourself on your
Yep.
PC again. In
Yep.
in-person classes, you're waiting for class altogether. You start chatting people up. You're like, oh hey, I noticed that you're in my molecular science class, molecular bio class. We're in the same lab together. Oh shit, we're in the same lab together for zoology as well. And so you can start talking people up, right? And that
Mhm.
in itself makes you, and you get to know a lot of
Confident is
people, right?
circle
In
too.
class, and then in the lab and in class, it makes you more confident to speak up and ask questions. Because like these are all my friends, right? Like
Yeah, you
I,
don't
I can
feel
ask,
alone.
right? You don't feel alone. So, but disrupting a Zoom call with a question where you don't
It's
know nobody,
awkward.
it's like frightening. It's like it's like it makes you more anxious. So I feel like that's a big part of it too.
I, I,
I,
I understand.
I
I
have to
agree with
add.
that. Go ahead, you first.
So at that, so I wanted to add to this the social aspect. I'm a big social learner. So the way I've managed with my AD, anytime I zoned out from my class, I would just be like, I'm raise my question, ask, right? So I ask the questions. But then also before class, I'd be talking with my friends and we'd be shooting the shit about all the different coding shit. And we would like help catch each other up. Oh, you didn't do this? You should do this. You should do this and this and this instead. And it'll save you like 10 minutes in coding, bro. That's fucking insane. And like we would talk about this. And then I would see like people would be leaving the class, right? But like the teacher would have ended like 10 minutes early. So the teacher's still there, so you can go talk to the teacher. But I see a homie coding and like I could see that like the homie stressed. And so I'll
Mm.
go over and I'm like, hey bro, what's going on? They're like, dude, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. And I'm like, oh, you missed a fucking like parentheses there, and also like you
Yeah.
gotta put that
You got some
you gotta put this
syntax
under there.
going on over
Yeah, you
here.
gotta
Yeah.
fix your syntax there. And like I would be talking about it, and the teacher would come by and the teacher would talk with us too, and and like more repertoire got built. You'd see each other outside of classes. You'd talk about it. It was all you're thinking about while you're at school. You're thinking about it constantly, right? I remember literally after I did it, one of my biggest exams. It was one of the biggest C# exams I had done. We literally the four of us left that quiz or exam or whatever the fuck it was. We left it. There's a bar at our school. We all went to the bar at our school. They got beers. I got a mixed drink because fuck beer till the day I die. Uh, and then we
Yeah.
pulled out a Sharpie, and there's like a glass window there, and we just started writing code on the glass window, and we started
Mm.
talking about the quiz while we're drinking after the quiz. You don't get that when you fucking log out of a Zoom quiz. Like, you just
No.
don't get that shit.
No.
No,
Like that's like
no, you
80%
don't.
of my learning.
You know
Sorry,
what you do
I'm
get?
frustrated. Like,
No,
fuck.
no, it makes sense, man. Because you know what you do get in the Zoom call? You raise your hand, and then all 20 of the other people in the Zoom call are like, "Fucking what, Emmy?" And you're like, "Oh, here we go." And everybody thinks I'm
Yeah.
fucking everything up. I'm interrupting the flow because now the
I mean, that's how
teacher
they
stopped
feel. That's
talking
how
and
they
is now
feel.
focusing. Yeah, because the
Yeah.
thing is like, look, I'm gonna be real. When you have a class or anything on a Zoom call, 80% of the people there are not there because they want to be.
No, for sure. Especially if they're at home. There's so many other shit that there's so much shit that's trying to already grab their attention. Like
Yeah,
Bro,
I could be
literally,
doing. I have
every
4 animals that will
you have to get
break
closer to your
shit
mic
on
again. So
command.
none of that came through.
sorry, I'm sorry, I was just laughing because like anytime I fucking like dude, anytime I'm in the class, right? The entire time
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I'm like, bro, I'm gonna leave this motherfucking class and I'm gonna eat some fucking bussin' ass food because I can smell the cooking from the kitchen. And
Oh,
then I'm gonna
yeah.
fucking stream some fucking Honkai Star Rail my ass. Or I'm gonna go hang out with Rio. I'm gonna go hang out with Junior. I'm
Wait,
gonna go
you
hang
want
out with fucking any of the boys. Like, just
You want me to
get
do
me
what to
out
your
of here.
ass?
Nothing.
Right.
Don't worry about it. But,
Head,
like,
you
it's
heard that
just-
shit, right?
Oh, I heard that. I heard
It's
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm saying.
it's just I don't know. I find it like woefully fucking frustrating, and I've
Mhm.
been frustrated. And like literally, the part of the reason why I'm like 7-hour streams Diablo is because I don't have to think about that shit. I don't have to
Yeah.
think about it.
Yeah.
I don't have to like think about like, oh, I'm gonna go into a classroom tomorrow. I have no fucking clue what's going on because I lost track 3 fucking weeks ago. And anytime I DM the professor questions, I have to wait 3 hours for. No offense to the professor, I get it. You know, he's got his own life. I had to wait 3 hours for the professor to respond, whereas I would have a 30-second response in a classroom. And then by the time the 3 hours happened, I don't even remember what the fuck my question was about.
Yeah.
And like now I gotta go back to my fucking code, open this bullshit back up, re-enter, maybe fix it,
Yeah.
and then run into another issue 10 minutes later, DM the professor, get a 3-hour response later, and I'm like, you know, it's obviously it's fair to the I'm not trying to give the professor shit. It's not his fault. It's just not a fluid system, and it
No.
sucks. It
It's not.
sucks.
Yeah.
Now, like personally, in that kind of system, I thrive because I'm the kind of person where it's like, all right, I'll understand what I understand, and then if I don't, I'll
Oh, I'm
either
sure.
have somebody, I'll either have somebody else, you know, answer the question, you know, or I'll ask the question and do what I need to do to bridge the gap. But I know for a fact I don't work the same way 95% of people do,
Yeah, no,
and I
for
know
some
for
people that's the way it works, you know?
yeah. You know, it's definitely something where now that things and look, I'm gonna be real. Now that things are going back to semblance of normalcy, for lack of a better word, not so much for people like you know me and you guys, but people around the age of my godson, for example, who was like 9, dude,
Mhm.
the damage that it has
Oh, it
done to
must
their
have been
ability to
huge for
learn
kids.
is irreparable. There are like it's something where he would be in the Zoom call with you know my buddy and you know his dad, and he would be like, dude, these kids they can't understand, they can't critically think anymore. He would
Because
watch,
critical thinking is a lot of your asking questions, you know, like
yeah. Yeah. And for us, we're adults. We've learned to retain and understand how to obtain information through critical thinking. Ask questions. Once you have answers to those questions, ask, you know, the other questions that answer gave you. These kids can't do that anymore because it's something where they go, okay, what's the answer? And if they don't know it, they just Google the answer. And because of that, it's what's this? This is this. They don't learn
dude,
any of the stuff in between that actually teaches it to
this
you.
made me
Yeah.
think about something. I have to bring this up. I actually have to
Hit
go
me
to
with
my
it. Hit
DMs
me
with
with it.
somebody. Don't worry, I'm
Oh
pulling it
boy.
up. I'm pulling it up.
Oh boy,
This
he's
is
getting
something big.
receipts.
So a while back, and
Mhm.
this relates to it. So a while back, my friend Google, who's an avatar artist on VR chat, sent me something saying, uh, the voice, like, or sorry, the if you ask somebody to imagine an apple, there's different ratios at which somebody imagines an apple, right? Like some people see a
Okay.
cartoon apple, some people see a realistic apple, some people see nothing. And for me, I have a vivid
Oh,
imagination.
are
I
we about
see
to have
like
the
a
internal
cartoon
monologue
or
talk?
Yes, internal monologue. Apparently, only 30 to 50% of people in the world have an internal monologue, and I'm like, thank
Yeah, the
fuck
rest
I
of them
have.
are
I hear
NPCs. I'm not,
you hear your own voice in your head when you think.
I'm
Y'all
not
hear
saying
that,
it to
right?
be a dick. Oh, absolutely. I'm not saying it to be a dick. If you don't hear a voice in your head, you have lost your ability to critically think, and you need to find that voice. And the problem is everybody masquerades it as, oh, if you hear a voice in your head, you're crazy. No,
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 that's your
no.
normal. You're thinking.
No. Haven't you ever watched a show where there's a guy who narrates the shit? That's what your brain is supposed to do. It's supposed to narrate what you see to help you understand it. And if you don't hear
Yeah.
that voice, how do you rationalize it? I'm genuinely asking, how do
So,
you
do you hear
rationalize
a
what you
voice in your
see?
head? I gotta ask. This
He's
head guy scared off this.
he's looking a little
He's
perturbed
100%
actually at
here.
this conversation.
I can hear a voice in my head. Like I can
Okay.
So you
inner
have an internal
monologue.
monologue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you have.
I'm not always talking to myself in my head.
I mean, you're not all. I
Oh
mean,
no, I'm not.
that's not what we mean. It's just
Yeah, yeah.
when you're in a critical thinking mode, you'll usually hear a voice in your head like, "Did this motherfucker really just say that shit?" Like like you'll hear
Mm.
something, but apparently
Well,
people hear nothing.
I mean, not even if we need to critically
I
think.
don't
Like
know if I hear
sometimes.
anything.
All right,
I can think
all
without
right.
having to speak it in my
I
head.
know. I know
I don't know if that makes
exactly.
sense.
No,
I don't know.
I
I
know
don't always.
exactly how to make this make sense. I got you. You ever been in the shower and you have a debate with yourself, and then you win that debate, and you think about all the sick, fucking, savage shit you would say in that debate?
Yeah,
Oh
was
my
that the
God.
same? Is that the same thing?
That's an internal monologue.
Same thing.
Oh.
That's
That
an
is
internal
literally
monologue. Yeah.
that is literally what an internal monologue is. If you've ever had a fucking sick, nasty debate with whoever the fuck pissed you off
Yourself in
that
the
day,
shower, or
or
yeah,
yourself,
pretty
or
much
yourself,
yourself
or
at
whoever
that point.
pissed you off
Yeah.
at the day. You've never think about it like this. Sometimes when you really are mad at somebody, you have those real vivid thoughts of telling them off, and you think about exactly what you fucking tell them.
Yeah.
That's your internal
Yeah.
monologue at work.
A lot of the time for me, my internal monologue is like, um, okay, it's gonna make me sound crazy, but like I can't control it in
cares,
a
bro?
way
Everything
where
you talk about
like
is crazy.
it's not that I like
There's nothing you could say that
I'll
makes you sound more
hear-
crazy than you already are.
yeah, we were just talking about ball cages, and then we went to fucking schooling. But
Internal monologue.
my internal monologue
ahead.
is kind of like just repeat. So if I watching a video and then like it ends with a phrase, or if I think of like a song or something, or like a word, it'll just like repeat that over and over and over and over until like I like force, I don't know, like to think about something else, or like that's why I like watching videos to fall asleep, is because if I don't, then like I'll just like loop in my fucking brain like
Really?
over and over and over. Yeah, so I
For
like watching
me-
videos to like keep my mind off of like that kind of
For
stuff.
me, I've had a vivid imagination since
Yeah.
I was a kid. Always. That's like part of my ADD. I just daydream off every time I was in class.
Yeah.
Bro, fuck yo, bitch ass algebra. I'm out here in space with my fucking suit on, fucking fighting space demons. That's what I was in my head, right? Like I was just
Mm.
that. And like
Yeah.
other times it would just be like I'd be thinking about like random shit through the day or random like shows or whatever. But that internal monologue of like sometimes you'll hear a voice in your head, or like for me, a decent amount of time or whatever. That's generally your voice. It's generally you thinking. But apparently a lot of people don't have that inner fucking monologue. And when I heard that shit, I was like, 50% of people don't have an inner monologue?
No, I can like think in my head.
I believe
like
it.
I have the
Yeah.
I
I
can
believe-
do it.
You actually could expand that even further. It's not just a monologue, it's also an internal dialogue, because you don't always hear your own voice. You might hear the voice of somebody who's important to you.
Yeah, I've heard
mom,
Heads' voice.
your
in my own
dad,
fucking
somebody you
head.
look up to. Like,
Yeah.
like you ever been in a moment, and this might not apply to you guys, but you ever been in a moment where you've been in like serious fucking trouble, and you get that weird hot wash that comes up from your stomach into your throat, and you're like, I'm in so much fucking
I
trouble.
have
what am
one
gonna
with
do?"
I have one with Heads actually. You might not remember this, Heads.
I
What?
want to hear that story, but
So there
what?
was this time where we're doing an
Uh-huh.
RP thing. We were doing an RP thing for the
oh
Mango
my,
Mango lobby, not ERP.
Uh-huh.
There's a we were doing an
Uh-huh.
RP thing, and I screamed at Heads because I was just so into it. And Heads screamed back. He won the argument, but I was like, "My bad, Heads. I went a little too into it." And Heads was like, "Bro, just don't be a fucking moron, bro. Like, just
don't be fucking stupid, man.
Stupid. Like, just don't be a fucking idiot. Like, why?
Wait,
you don't
what?
need to get this. Like, you don't need to get like this level to like make your point." Like, I was like, "Yeah, that's a fair point."
I'm
And every once in
I'm
a
a
while, I
quote.
remember to like relax and not like peak
What
with
the
my
fuck? I don't remember
stupidity.
that. But I don't even remember that.
That was 2021. You told me that.
Okay.
I still remember it.
What the
That
fuck?
makes sense.
All right.
So,
hey,
for
just to clear
me-
your conscience, if that shit, listen, I don't remember. So,
Don't worry.
I don't
Dude,
remember. I repress. He
when it
literally
comes to-
went. I
yeah.
repressed that memory.
yeah. You go first, Emmy. I know you've been trying to say stuff.
Oh no. Go ahead. I was gonna say for me, that inner voice that isn't mine that I hear sometimes, oddly enough, is of all people, Philip DeFranco from YouTube going, "Don't be stupid, stupid."
What
Every
the
time I think about
fuck?
whether something's a good idea or not. It just I
Yeah.
don't know why. Just I like I'll go to do something and I'll just hear, "Don't be stupid, stupid," and I'm like, that's actually a good point. Actually, fuck.
That's a
never
good
mind, I'm not
point.
gonna do
Now
it.
that you're bringing
Yeah,
that
I'm
up.
not gonna jump in front of that 18 wheeler.
Oh,
When
what
Philip
the
DeFranco
fuck?
being your online internet uncle, bro, telling you to
Yeah.
not be an idiot.
Yeah.
Oh God. Speaking
Of all the
being,
voices, right?
speaking of being idiots, yo, Heads, I've got a couple calls this last weekend or the weekend before this last weekend rather.
You
From
and the
y'all
June
at an
4th?
Airbnb at Anime North. I burped.
Oh, bro,
So I got called by a
bro.
bunch of my
Oh.
friends at an Airbnb together at Anime North in Toronto, and Heads was just there on webcam. What happened, bro? What's going on in that
Dude,
Airbnb?
what didn't
I
happen,
gotta
bro?
know. All right,
June was
I gotta
around the
know.
corner. It was a bunch of dudes from VR chat. 18 Cowboys. No, it was
18 naked cowboys. Oh,
Yeah, so what happened
Ram
was-
Ranch.
Hey, Ram Ranch.
I have a screenshot you can show on stream if you want to. I don't know if you care to. It's up to you.
My.
I was in a call with somebody. Was it Yodax or was it? Yeah, it was Yodax. Holy fucking shit! This is a terrible screenshot, by the way. I just took it real quick to show Yodax how stupid you guys look. There you go. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Am I broken?
Feel-
Hey, hey.
You can see. I don't know if you want to show it, Heads. It does have you, so it's
I
up to
will
you. whether you
not show it, but yeah,
Yeah.
this is a stupid screenshot.
It's a very stupid screenshot.
The boys, dude. So what happened was
It is the voice.
I'm gonna disappear real quick.
We have
still
a-
here.
There you
I'm
go,
still
dude.
here.
we have I think Toronto does this annual anime convention called Anime North, where people, all dress up and what is it called? Cosplay. They cosplay and they go, right? And I don't know how Jay did it, but Jay gaslit like 12 guys to come
Tried
up
to
to
do it to me.
Toronto for the weekend to go to Anime North.
Yeah.
One of the dudes came all the way from Australia, 20-hour flight.
Yep.
Jeez.
And you know what the worst part about it was? It was every night was just like a fucking VR chat lobby.
Drinking lobby, bro.
Fucking
I had-
just a bunch of idiots drinking and talking. What were you saying? What were you gonna say?
Bro, so I had basically they really wanted me to go, and to be fair, I wanted to go too. I told Rodney, I was like, I'll have to see because I already made promises to TwitchCon, and that was going to cost me a decent amount of money because I don't make
Yeah.
that much money. And then I had school, so there was like two things kind of ticking me against it. But a lot of people wanted me to go, and it was woefully apparent for me that you guys wanted me to go. When every night I got 2 to 3 calls from somebody at the party, turned on the webcam.
Yeah.
Yo, boys, it's a kid. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what? Like, what's going on? And like, they'd be like, fuck you, the kids. Why aren't you here? And I'm like, dude, I
Yeah.
want to be, but
I feel like that was one of those things where like call 1, you were like, "What's up?" And then by call 9, you were like, "What's up?"
yeah, a little bit. I
Don't
genuinely
yell
wanted
at
to
me
be there.
again, please.
Yeah.
It was dope.
Yeah. So I mean, okay. For these idiots, right? I'm gonna fucking say these
Here we go.
idiots spent every night just drinking, and then they'd wake
That's
up
my
late,
voice.
go to Anime North, come back and drink. They did. Listen, they could have been in any city, and had the exact same experience. And you know what they had the audacity to say? They
What's
had the
that?
audacity to say that Toronto was a garbage city and that they had no fun. I said, listen, you guys had no fun because you spend most of your time hanging out with each other. You guys didn't do shit in Toronto. The people who did shit in Toronto was the first day I met up with Alteros, Yodax, and Yaz, right?
Yeah.
Right? And they had fun. Well, okay, this is how it happened. They went out downtown, right? And they all hit me up last minute because I wasn't planning on going. Hit me up last minute and he's like, "Yo, just pull up." I was like, "All right." I was like, "Fine." you know, I pulled up.
Fucking alt, dude. Alt
Turns
always
out
close
they
it
needed a fucking tour guide or something. So I don't know, whatever. I was down. I took him downtown, took him around. We got hot pot. Dude, they had the like Toronto experience like, for some Uncle Tetsu's cheesecake, dude. They got like the
Uncle Tetsu. What the fuck?
Uncle
Okay, you gotta figure out Toronto at some point.
Explain,
dude.
What the fuck is Uncle Tetsu's
the
cheesecake?
fluffiest cheesecake you'll ever have, brother. They have these angel hat cakes to die for.
Bro.
Yeah.
Look, listen, you have to understand something.
Wait, it pops up. Wait, it's in Edmonton too?
Oh, is it Edmonton? The original.
Uncle Tetsu's Japanese cheesecake.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Japanese.
Yep. It is. It is.
Oh, bro, I'm going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright,
We got. Anyway.
Look, I'm not like that. But fuck, if you threaten me with some Japanese cheesecake, I might have to mount you.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I
It's
tell you,
Japanese cheesecake.
they had. Yaz was like, yeah, you know, Yaz was talking about like in the city. I don't want to say everything she says because I don't want to like dox her. You know,
No,
give
of
too much
course, of course. If
information
there's some
about-
private shit you don't need to mention. We
Yeah,
don't, like,
yeah,
like the
yeah.
picture, we didn't show it, so you know.
She said enjoy, she really liked the city, and,
what
she
picture?
would.
Oh, that
she
picture.
would.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. She's like, yeah, I could see myself living in a city like this, like, you know, like she's like, I like cities like this. Also, Toronto. Apparently, I didn't know this, but all travels a lot, right? So he's been to a lot of cities, and most cities are just like one compact area. I'm sure New York isn't like this because New York's a fucking huge ass city. I'm sure there's
I
like,
feel like
I'm from
Canadian
New York.
cities
I'm
are
from
a
New York.
little
Go on.
different.
yeah, because I
Canadian
feel like
cities are
I feel like
little
New York is more like Toronto, where it's like. But he said when I looked out my hotel, there was the main city center, but there were other city centers, like just like scattered
Vancouver, that's like
around, right?
Vancouver.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, bro. Like I took you like we did more shit. What did we do the other day? I don't know, but we went out multiple times. I totally forget. But
Mhm.
I was like, yeah, dude. We only went like we went to like the main downtown area, Dundas Square, Nathan Phillips Square. We went to the main. We went down Queen Street, went down and went up to Chinatown. But I was like, dude, there's like Koreatown, there's Greek Town, there's like I could take you to Little Italy. I could take you just like up here, Young and Lawrence. We could just walk down. There's a bunch of streets. There's a bunch of stores. I mean, we could. I was like, dude, next time you guys come down, you guys ever come down again, we should just do fucking go to Board Game Cafe, dude. Just fuck it one night. Let's just
Oh shit!
play some
Y'all
fucking
got
board
that
games
too?
or some shit. We got board game cafes right beside it. Is like a frozen yogurt place. I'm like, dude, I can listen. If you guys come down for a week, I can do something every day. You know,
IRL podcast one day.
we
let's
have,
do it.
dude. I'm telling you, we have the Ripley's Aquarium. There's so much to do. There's so much to do. So much to do.
Fuck,
And these
you have a
motherfuckers
Ripley's
stayed in the
Aquarium?
hotel. We have a Ripley's Aquarium, dude. Believe it or
What the
not.
fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been to Ripley's,
Right?
believe it or not. I didn't know they had a fucking aquarium.
There's an
first. What the
aquarium. I think it's just a regular aquarium. I think it was just bought by
I was
by
gonna have like a
Ripley's.
four-dicked shark or some shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what that is. I'll be honest. But
uh,
sounds fun.
yeah.
Wait, the Ripley's part of the four-dick shark? Because I don't
the
think anybody should
Ripley's,
know what
I
a
don't
four-dick
think-
shark
We'll
is.
leave it to wonder.
All right.
But
Let's
yeah,
so
not
what
there's
you were
something to
saying
do.
though, like that group
Yeah,
had
yeah.
fun, and then the other
So,
group
Yeah,
didn't.
the other group didn't. They just didn't do anything. They didn't do any Toronto shit.
They just drank together like they
They were
were young
uptown in a hotel, and
Look.
the anime convention was like a 10-minute walk. So,
I don't understand this. Wait, let me get this straight. They went to a city during that anime expo, right?
yeah.
Went to the anime con,
Hmm?
drank their asses off, and
At the
didn't do one
hotel,
of the two
not at the con.
and didn't do one of the two following things. They
Dude,
didn't go to the
I'll be
con
honest.
rave after the fact, which would have
They
probably
did.
been the best. Okay,
They probably
They
okay,
did.
I was gonna say.
They
probably
did, but
did, knowing them.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
They at least did that, right? Because if you didn't go to the cut, listen, all I'm saying is weebs know how to rave. You'll go in there, get fucking
So,
four hits or something. I'm not
what I
gonna
wanna
say.
say-
Motherfuckers
what I-
being
Monetized,
ninjutsus in the middle of the
and you'll be
dance floor.
gone.
What
You'll
I
be
wanted
doing
to say about
genjutsu
that
on the
group-
dance floor.
What I wanted to say about that group was when I got that 1st
Uh-huh.
call from Asclepios and I saw Heads there, and they hung up the call. I was next to Real, and I looked
Mm-hmm.
at Real and a bunch of the other names, and I was like, "Yo, Heads is about to witness like the biggest gay orgy he's ever seen in his life." Just like-
Yeah, dude, who do you think conducted it, bro?
Like, bro, like
Wait,
he's
you
about to
conducted it?
witness.
Oh,
Don't
you
tell
have a
Sarah,
conductor- Did you have a conductor hat and everything?
Listen, I'll talk about it on the Patreon episode. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No,
Did you
there is
have the throngler with you?
I had the throngler, dude, in my ass, ready to be pulled out at any second.
Whoa.
All right, good. God, I wish I didn't.
Whoa.
I wish I didn't know what you look like.
Why would you picture me doing it?
Imagination.
Wait.
We were talking
wait,
about. Hey,
what?
I'm just gonna say this. We were talking about cock ages earlier, Enjoy that picture. So what were we saying?
Yeah. So, oh,
Give him a minute. He's
like you, like big. Oh, okay. Anyway.
Wait, why am I above you? Why am I presenting my cock cage above you?
Wait. All right, no.
Why are you looking up in my fucking? What are you talking about? Why are you imagining this, you freak?
No, I have two questions. First off, Cage, why were you imagining him in a cock cage?
Yeah,
And
what
two,
the
why
fuck?
was he
I would
looking up
never.
at him?
Dude,
Why were you looking
no
up
cuck
at
shit.
him?
No cuck shit.
Yo, heads. I think he wants you to dominate him, man.
Nah, I'm
Put on the
good
maid
that
outfit.
One,
He looks ugly.
I'm sorry, bro. Me and
I'm
Heads
pretty
got
sure-
an Eiffel Tower a bitch one day, but anyways.
Yeah, 100%.
You're gonna be the middle
I mean,
of the tower.
hey,
What are you
Doesn't work
talking
out.
about?
He's got a girlfriend right
we
now.
have three people in this call right now. Okay, so you only need 3 people for an Eiffel Tower.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. No, hold on a second. I just realized what part of the tower I'd be. Goodbye. No.
It took him a second, dude.
It took him way too long.
No.
Oh god.
No.
We
We are not making the letter H. Go fuck yourself.
It'd be more of an A because me and Canes would be like
We're gonna hold hands. Bro.
yeah,
We're
hold
gonna
hands at the
hands.
top. Yeah.
But
Look, all I'm saying, you lucky it's Pride Month. I can't say that.
Oh, okay.
it's fucked up.
Hell
What?
no. I am not being in the middle of the tower. Nope.
Well, so
No.
you were describing Toronto there for a second. That sounded a lot like Vancouver. Like Greater Vancouver is several cities, so it's like Surrey, Burnaby, Langley, fucking Delta, fucking like North Vancouver, and like obviously Waterfront District, which is Vancouver itself.
Yeah.
And basically, when you go to every city center, there's like high rises, but around the high rises is just like half suburbia, half like marketplaces, all that shit. It's like kind of European styled. But
Yeah.
then the second you get to the center of the city, it goes from being European style to all of a sudden you realize you're in NA. There's fucking high rises.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
it's like 6 or 7 cities all combined via like the monorail, the sky rail to be one city. So
Mhm.
the way you describe Toronto sounds a lot like Vancouver,
Yeah.
which
yeah.
would make sense because it's the 2 main cities of Canada.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm glad. Okay, then I would probably chill in Toronto the second I got there. too.
Yo, of course you
Yeah,
would.
but-
Of course you would.
Like that's a lot
Yeah,
like
dude.
Vancouver. I'd be chill with
Yeah,
that. Like,
yeah. Show you
Okay, 'cause-
around.
Meanwhile, me over here in the great barren south known as the United States of America.
America.
dude,
I
yeah,
don't
because
know.
Zoe was trying to get me to go to like Toronto at some point. Like,
Really?
she's like, "Hey, man," because she's from there, right? Like, she's originally from there.
Yeah.
She's just like, "You would love it there. I think you should go visit sometime and like go like explore. I think you should, do you."
There's a lot to
I was
know.
like, "All right."
Can I be
Yeah.
honest? Out of all of the places I've heard, like in Canada, like just in terms of like the way they sound, Toronto is unironically the most fun sounding name you guys have. It
Name?
sounds
Just
like a-
name was.
Yeah, I don't know why. It sounds like a fun name.
Welcome to
I don't know if it's-
Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto.
Toronto.
That's such
Like,
a
listen,
weird
listen.
name too.
No. Like, listen. I will literally put this into perspective for you in 2 things. So you have a nice place like Toronto, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Bro, I still don't understand how like that
Might just be the way you
that name. Arkansas, Arkansas. I literally thought it was pronounced Arkansas until I met like people
It
from Arkansas.
should
They're
be.
like, no,
It
Yeah,
should be.
yeah, it should fucking be.
Because
But
here's the
the-
thing. It should either be Arkansas and Kansas or Kansas and Arkansas. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Bro, at least you're not in the state called Wyoming, bro. What is that name?
Wyoming. Why?
Hey, don't you don't you ever talk shit on Wyoming ever the fuck again. Wyoming is amazing. You want to talk shit on a place? Washington.
It's crazy how
State.
Kentucky's the only state that
And
starts with
DC.
letter K.
How is that crazy?
Pretty nuts.
Let's think about it for a bit. I don't know. I feel like all I think
Florida's
about
the
is
only
KFC.
state that starts with F.
Dude, think about fucking Missouri, bro. Imagine being
No.
from Missouri.
Kentucky,
I
only
know
K.
people from Missouri.
There's definitely no other K's states other than Kentucky.
What do you mean by that? What do you
What-
mean by that?
Wait. What do you mean there's no other K
Hold on
states
now.
besides Kentucky? Did we not just have the Kansas conversation?
Kansas dick fit in your mouth, baby.
Oh, you're such a bitch. He was
Got
literally
him.
opening it up. He's literally
Got
lining
him.
it up for like the longest time.
Dude, y'all
Listen,
motherfuckers almost
he was
skipped over
listen,
it too. I had to
he
remind
was
you.
sitting there like a kicked puppy. I had to give it to
Dude,
him.
Okay.
After
he
the
was-
da-
I'm like, what
after
did he
him having
mean
to
by
li-
that? Like,
listen, after
Alright.
having to listen after page comment.
Oh,
you
Oh,
know what,
God.
you-
I think we're losing Emmy. Oh, welcome
We're
back.
losing it for a second.
damn, you got me so hard. I lost my ability to
Your
track.
ISP said just
Fuck.
stop.
Gave me
It's
gave
over.
me a scare there to my old PC, bro.
Oh shit.
Holy
Listen.
fuck.
All I'm saying is the amount of times that this 2080 Ti has crashed on me. I'm gonna be real. Nvidia, fuck you. You owe me reparations, you pieces of shit.
Bro.
How'd your PC build
Fuck
go,
Y'all
you.
Q?
wanna- Bro, I gotta show some nightmare picture. I'm gonna pull this up. So this is from my PC build from last week. What is it called?
Oh, let me see.
So
this
it's gonna take me a
disaster piece.
second. I'm gonna show you guys. Show this on stream heads. I'm gonna show you guys what the leftovers of my pre-built case. Okay, I'm before I show this picture. This basically what happened was to get to my AIO, the fucking cooler. Me and my dad had to strip this case to its just to access the fucking liquid cooler, as well as a few other components of the case, including some of the fans, which were caked in dust, by the way, because they weren't able to be accessed till I wireframed the case. I burped. Holy fuck.
Oh shit. Hold on.
All right, so look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm looking at who manufactured that case.
That was Asus ROG.
I didn't ask. That's not the tower that they used.
That is.
What's the name of the actual tower model? Like who made the
there-
tower model? I understand that the computer was an Asus ROG, but there's no
There's
way that
no-
that's there's no Asus ROG tower that I know of.
In that tower was Asus ROG. Everything had Asus ROG on it. It was all them.
Okay, listen, all I'm saying is I'm looking at the design of that case, and I need to know who it is so I can take that case and beat them to death with it.
Bro, that was a nightmare.
Dude,
It was
why?
dog shit.
Why? The thing that's got me the most fucked up is the fact that you have the open space for the MOBA, right? And then you have the open space for the cable management, right?
Oh,
That's the
God,
back
it's
end too, by the
building
way. I'm
like
pretty
this.
sure.
Right. You're following me so
Oh
far,
god.
right?
Yep.
See, I have two questions. One, why the fuck? And I mean, why the absolute fuck is the bridge from the front and the back of the case like almost dead center of
Dude,
the width of the
it's-
case?
Okay, you see that shit too, right?
Like what?
There's-
Why? Listen, when you
The
build
place
it,
where the
listen.
motherboard
When you
rests
build a tower
is in
case,
the middle.
yeah. Why? Listen. So here's the thing: for every tech computer builder out here that can't
zooming
really
in.
see it because it's a tiny picture. We got heads here with the fucking tactical zoom in. Look, you see how you have that open space where the motherboard's supposed to sit? Yeah, that's supposed to be 80% on one side of the case, and then about 20% left
60-40.
open for
It was
fucking cable
60-40.
management. That shit is dead center. Do you know how hard that is to
It was
work with?
60-40, and I had to rip off, and there was no intuitive way for me to rip off the casing that's just extra bullshit for the outside to make it look pretty. To rip
Yeah.
that off took my dad, who is a very built Indian man who used to fucking work on farms and built and beat rabid dogs away from his livestock from the age of 10. So this man is very strong, very built, been through some shit. Me and my dad had to go and rip it off. I'm talking tug of war, rip this bitch off to get it off. It was fucking nigh impossible. I tried to pry this shit. I had the whole iFixit fucking like situation going on, like prying it all off. It was awful. And
So
that
wait.
was just to access hidden screws to unlodge the middle wall. You unlodge the middle wall,
What
and then you
the
access
fuck?
more hidden screws to unlodge the fucking AIO. I was dude. I spent 3 fucking hours just taking apart the old case, just to then start building my new PC. And at that
Yeah.
point, I was exhausted. Like, I was tired at that point.
Mm-hmm.
That is something. But yeah, just as a word of advice, PC manufacturers, please, for the love of God, 80-20. Just 80-20 it. That's all
Also,
we want.
Leanne Lee, thank you for making your case the complete opposite of that case, and very nice and very smooth to build with, because damn, I had fun building this. Only thing was I was already in pain at that point. So fucking, I have the Lian Li 216 or whatever the fuck, like the not the most expensive, but like the kind of
Yeah.
the budget case.
Yeah.
Hey, it came with 2 giant fucking 160 millimeter fans on the front.
It came in
One
160s? God damn.
Yeah, they gave 2 big 160 RGB fans. Mind you, the RGB for some reason on the fans isn't working. Maybe something's
That's
not plugged in.
generous as fuck. They usually give you 120s
Yeah.
if you're lucky.
They give me 160s on the front, and then the back is I think a 120. And so I'm like, hey, that's sick. That's dope. So because like the case, the pre-built only came with 2 fucking fans, 1 intake, 1 outtake, and the intake, the filter, I cannot reach it without ripping off half the case. There was so much dust. I'm still molding at how fucking awful that was.
Oh no. Yeah.
And, just for people who was curious,
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. It can't hurt you anymore. It's
yeah,
over.
I was gonna
It's
say for
over.
people who were wondered why I took apart that case, it had a GA35D motherboard, which even when I updated the BIOS, when I fucking finally found the BIOS with River's help, when I finally found the BIOS, it was the same BIOS it fucking launched with, basically. At least that's what I thought, because nothing changed. I still had to go into the fucking motherboard BIOS and manually slot. You know the issue that happened when like Gen 5 AMD first came out? The issue where all your USB slots would flash and stop working for 3 seconds because AMD and Nvidia just didn't want to get along. I had to go manually set my PCIe ports to 3, all of them, every single fucking one. And when I updated BIOS, which should have gotten rid of that issue, never got rid of it. So on top of that, I would have like 3-second stutters randomly happen through the day, every other fucking day. And it could be me streaming, me recording, fucking awful. And I don't know if it was killing my parts, but I wasn't going to risk it. So I had to upgrade. Just new motherboard, new power supply. By the way, power supply was only 700 fucking watts. So, yeah, the power supply was only 700, and it has a 3070 in it, and it has a 5800X. It was struggling.
Oh god.
Yeah, you had a 700 watt with like a 668 TDP power. What the fuck?
So it was randomly just, I don't know, maybe it's the ambient power draw. So
I'm
upgraded
gonna
to a
be real.
1000 watt.
What that actually sounds like is when your GPU would spool up too much, you would overvolt and then would drop it.
Probably did. And,
And if that's the
so
case, you haven't had that problem, right? It's been
nope,
fixed. It can't
never
hurt you no
happened.
more.
I haven't had it in the last 2 weeks, which it would have happened by now in front of me.
Thank fuck.
Yeah, so another thing I should mention is I had upgraded the RAM previously because it only came with 16 gigs, and I upgraded to 32. So I wonder if that had something to do with it. And I couldn't even max my RAM out because it's 3600. 3600 is its max on the old one. On the old one, I could only do 3200 with it like lagging. And so I was like, on this one, I can do 3600 no issues. So I'm like, thank you, B550 Aorus. Like, thank you.
If you clocked upwards on your RAM and noticed you were having issues where it was freezing like that, I can almost guarantee you it was power draw.
Yep.
I wouldn't be able to know for sure without testing it, but I know power draw issues when I hear them.
Yeah, so I just swapped out basically everything but the CPU and the obviously NVMe and the because we checked the NVMe health, it was good, and the GPU. So the only thing that's left of the old PC is GPU, CPU, and NVMe. Everything else is fucking new.
The 3-core swappable parts.
Yep. My nightmare, bro.
I have no idea what any of that means.
I'm never doing a fucking pre-built again, and I refuse. Fuck you, Asus ROG, you pieces of shit.
Heads, have you never had to put together your own desktop?
Yeah, I did a long time ago, but I did it. It was fine, but my most recent one is I bought it pre-built off of because I couldn't find a graphics card without it being in a fucking pre-built.
That's why I bought my pre-built.
So that's why I bought my pre-built.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because for me, buying the GPU would have cost as much as a pre-built, and I was just like, dude.
Yeah,
I don't got that.
It got so bad where it'd be something where you'd be like, oh yeah, how much is this GPU? $2,200. How much is this computer with that GPU, a CPU that's worth $900, a $400 fucking set of hard drives, $200 worth of RAM? How much is that? $2,500. So you mean to tell me for
Yeah.
$300 more I could get a whole computer? Why the fuck wouldn't I just buy
That's
a whole
why I
computer?
did it. That's
That's
why
what I
fucking
did. It did. I will say this.
That's
It
what I did.
lasted me, but they definitely didn't build it for upgrades.
It's a shame because like I custom built mine through fucking I'll shut him. I custom built mine through CyberPower this time around because again,
Fair enough.
it was something where back at the time when I built it, 2080 Ti's were going for $1,800. The machine cost me $766 to make. So I got the GPU and then the whole rest of the fucking computer with it
Mhm.
for $44 less than I would have if I just bought the 2080
Yeah,
Ti
and plus you
and
don't have
slapped
to
it in my other rig.
go through the trouble of
If-
building it. Even if
If
that
I
isn't-
was to go pre-built again, I would go with like either fucking Ironside, whatever the fuck they're called, or like what is it called, Starforge or whatever. If I was to go pre-built again, because at least their
Right.
pre-builts are made by a team of PC builders rather than a company who wants to shill their parts, kind of. And their software.
Exactly.
So as I will probably have to pay 200 to like 400 extra.
It's worth it. It's worth it because
Yeah.
here's the thing. I did all that, and when I got the computer, I still had to fix the fact that the RGB lights weren't connected properly. I had to go in and I had to fix a slew of issues. I'm still having
way.
issues with this 2080 GPU.
Mm.
It's to the point where go watch my last stream. You want to know what happened? I loaded up Street
Gosh.
Fighter 6 and the thing thermal throttled in 7 minutes. That was all
Oh
it took.
god.
Yeah. Because of the fact that I forgot to load up MSI Afterburner.
A very expensive
I
heater.
Yep.
I cannot. I shit you not. I cannot run this machine without MSI Afterburner on because the card will 100% of the time overheat. 100% of the time.
None of what you're saying is coming through, Kenzie.
I said I
Not-
turned on my AC because I was cooking in this bitch.
Oh yeah.
Holy fuck.
Toasty.
I will say I feel your pain because that is like it was unbelievably frustrating not knowing when I'm on a 3-second stutter, and it could have happened when I was in the middle of like an RP thing and I just lagged because it happened before. I would be in an RP thing for like just like there's like literally 20 people RPing and me being the one under the spotlight, 3-second stutter. Worst timing, bro. Like I'm literally what is it called? Acting. Fucking on off head
Improv?
acting. Improv acting. I'm
Yeah.
improv acting and a 3-second stutter. I'm off my game.
Yeah.
I'm off my game. Or in
See,
the
at
middle of
that-
Apex. At a
Look,
key
all
moment.
I'm saying is at that point, if you're doing improv and you have a 3-second stutter, you got to build it into the character. It's one of those
True.
things where it's like, what happens? I freeze for 3 seconds every time I have a horny thought.
Sorry, I
Boom.
was thinking about their moms. Oh, not me.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I had a
Sitting there and
moment.
you're like, listen, I was thinking about their puss put us. Anyway.
Oh my god, you did that way too well. I had never. Okay, I have to ask. You
What's
put this on us. What the fuck is dead internet theory, and why is it in our topics? Like, what is this?
Oh, all right. So I wanted to bring at least something somewhat thought provoking because I knew for a fact that this entire thing was going to be dick related. Okay, I didn't think the entire thing was going to be dick related, but it was
That might have been
solid
my fault.
73% to say the
Yeah.
least. But so this is something where to anybody who's watching, you need to have been on the internet since at least, I want to say, I'll be generous. We'll go with 2004 at the earliest, or at the latest. I want to ask you guys something. So, because I know both of you have been around and have grown up with the interwebs. When was the
96
last
baby,
time?
so-
I have a question for you. I want you to do this real quick. Just humor me. Go to Google real fast. Type
Okay.
in any bullshit word: pizza, bagel, dog, cat, and try to go past page 100.
Pizza what?
Let's go.
Just anything. It could be anything. Pizza, dog, cat. And
Go
then
Sky.
notice. Yeah, Sky will work. Sky's a perfect one. There's probably tens upon tens of millions of images of the sky, right?
Oh, do
How
we
many
just
searches
do
look-
image?
Yeah.
Images?
You know,
Search-
No, you
I
don't
was
have to do
reading-
images. Just regular Google pages. So, how
Okay.
many search results? I'm going to use Heads as an example because you use Sky. How many search results did you get for the word Sky when you fucking threw it into Google? Like some odd, like 10 billion, right?
About holy fuck. 3 billion.
Okay.
700 million.
3.7 billion, right?
Yeah.
Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to just, you know how you have the little next arrow that goes to the next page? Keep clicking that until you get to about page 15 and tell me what
It
happens to the
doesn't
amount of results you see.
I'm on
Go
page
to-
22 for pizza.
it doesn't let me
Oh, you're.
go to more results. It just, I mean, it doesn't
Yeah,
let me
22
do
it
the.
just dies.
Let me guess. You hit the end of it and it says we omitted some search results because they're duplicates, right? And
In
then it
order
says
to
show
show
the
you the
omitted
most relevant results, we have omitted some entries very similar to 213 already displayed. If you like, you can repeat search with omitted results included.
Awesome.
Yeah, I
do
just
that.
fixed that.
No. All right. So do that. Repeat the search with the omitted results, and then try to get to page 100 again.
All right. Want it? And viewers, you can do this too. Follow along. You know, search up pizza, search up sky, search up whatever.
But
For
what
me,
I
it's
want
not
you to
pages.
do,
I have to keep pressing more results. But yeah, go on.
Right.
For me, it's I'm on page 30 for pizza right now. Hold up,
Right,
34.
so you're at page 30. So you're sitting at about 340 results. Keep going. Just keep going.
Yeah, I'm already way past
all right,
22.
but I have a question for you.
39.
search
I
results-
think I'm at the end.
All right, so you're
Yeah,
at
I'm at the end.
39. You omitted the duplicate. You made it so it didn't omit the duplicate results. It's supposed to show you everything,
Yeah,
right?
Show me
So you
everything.
got to page 39. On average, there's about 10 links per page. Now, here's what I want you to do. You got to page 39. We'll assume with the nice average. The nice average is 10 per page. That's about 390 links, right?
Mhm.
I want you to go back to page 1 and tell me how many results Google told you was actually there.
Fuck, I have to go so fucking far.
It doesn't matter. Just go back to page 1. That's all you got to do if you can get back to page 1. And I want you to tell me how many results it tells you on page
Give me
1.
1 second. Give me 1 second. I had to like click through 20. Fucking being 8, so I'm getting back to page 1. 15.
For me, it went down. For me, it went
Yeah.
to 3.4 billion.
5.
Okay, so all right, so hold on. While you're going back, just hold that thought. So you went back, right? You said it went from 3.7 billion to 3.4, right?
Yeah.
For me, it shows 2 trillion.
Okay, so
What
you
the
have 2 trillion on yours, right? So
Yeah.
I'm going to finish my thought with heads first. So I have a question for you. Between that last page and the page you clicked on now, what happened to those 300,000 results? Or those 300 million results?
I
And for
don't
you,
know.
how did you go from 2 trillion to 390? Where
Yeah,
the
I feel like
fuck
it's
is the
only
rest of it?
I
Where's
feel
the
like
rest
it's
of it?
only showing me the local and then it cuts it off.
Listen, where's the rest of it?
It's got to just show me the local and then it cuts it off, right? That's what it's doing. Like that's what I assumed. Because like
That's-
if I change my VPN to Las Vegas, I'm gonna get a whole bunch of different results.
But here's
right?
the thing, right? If you do that though, and you change your VPN to Las Vegas, guess what's going to happen? You're
'Cause-
going to get to around page 40, and the same thing's going to happen. It's going
Because
to run out
mine
of links.
says results for my address. Literally shows my postal code.
Okay,
like
so here's the
Edmonton.
thing.
Yeah.
You searched pizza, so that's going to be a localized thing. You know, pizza
Yeah.
is something where you can localize that to restaurants.
True. Whereas Sky might be different.
Sky is a universal thing. So what the dead internet theory is 2 things. One, it's 2 main theories. One, I don't really believe as much because I'm gonna need a lot of really hardcore proof for that, which is about 80% of the internet is made up.
What the
That
Well,
fuck?
part I don't.
technically,
that
we
part-
made it up. Like,
Well, no, you're right. Like we made it up, but here's the thing. That's part 1. Is that 80% of it is made up, and I don't mean by people. Like it's a bunch of fabricated bullshit. That part I don't believe all that much. The part I do believe, however, is the internet rot portion of that theory, which is there are hundreds upon hundreds of millions of pages and links and videos and pictures, you name it. It doesn't matter what it is,
Mhm.
that have been lost to time.
I
They're
agree.
just gone. They're gone forever. You
agree.
can't find them on the Wayback Machine. They're gone, right?
There's this.
So
Yeah, for sure.
I have something to add on to that. Okay, go ahead.
go ahead.
There's this song. I got linked this song years and years ago. This is 2012 Mabinogi. There was a song called Dream. No, not Dream. Fucking it was the logical song, but it was a Nightcore logical song.
Yeah.
And I cannot fucking find that. I mean, maybe it got copyrighted down or whatever the fuck happened to it. It had the specific fucking image of an anime mermaid girl, but that was the best remix I found of the logical song fucking ever. And I can never, ever find it again. And that song was literally goated, right? And like
Yeah.
I find all these other remixes, but none of them are as good. And I can't find that exact remix. I can't find that fucking mermaid picture. I can't find that YouTube link. But that's just it's just lost to time, right? Like
How many?
it got either
You said this,
copyrighted,
how many years ago?
deleted,
How many years ago?
something. That was 2012.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna sort this by upload date, and then we're gonna do oldest. Give me a minute. Filters, upload date.
Nightcore fucking logical song.
All right. So I have searched for the. I know what song you're talking about. It's a logical song by Scooter. I used to listen to that shit.
By Scooter,
all-
but it's also by like written by Roger Hodgson. The
Right, he
original one.
wrote the original thing, but the night chord
Yeah.
song, the night chord version of the song you're looking for is the Scooter version.
Usually
I know
it's
it
done
is.
by Scooter. Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is I out of curiosity, I decided to take a look on YouTube, right? Right, because
Mhm.
this is another one where it works. So I have in my favorites, I shit you not, about 8 or 9 versions of the logical song, because it's something where I have my old YouTube where I was able to hold on to all that from about 12, 13 years ago. You go to search for those, they don't exist.
Yeah, it's
They
fucking.
literally-
I need you to send me that playlist so I can see if I can find it. like,
I will
bro,
I will send you my favorites playlist, sort it by oldest. I guarantee you it's probably in there somewhere. But see, here's the thing. That's where the dead internet theory comes in, right? You have all of this lost content, all of this internet rotted content that's just gone. But the thing is, the other portion of it, the part where I said that 80% of the internet is made up, I don't mean by people like me and you, right? Now, I'm going to get a little conspiratorial. And the reason why I'm going to get a little conspiratorial is it has been proven that under many, many sanctions and many federal laws, DARPA is the big one, that public technology is about 15 to 20 years behind that of private, corporate,
I
and
can see
military
that.
tech, right?
I can see that for good
And
reason.
I was gonna say it was like you haven't done what you've done. I won't specify because I don't want to get you in trouble, McCain's.
Mhm.
Know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yep.
Now, with that being said, the first half of the dead internet theory, where I said 80% of the internet is made up, it's made up by AI algorithms.
Dun dun dun. What
Now-
the fuck?
Here's the other fucked up part. I want to ask you guys something. Y'all have been on the internet every day for the past like however fucking long. We'll be generous here. We'll say the past week, right?
Yeah.
The internet is supposed to be a collective of billions, and I mean billions of websites, right? Billions, the sum total collective of human knowledge, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Be brutally honest with me. Have you left any of the big 8 in the last week? YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook?
There's this really fucked up porn site. Other than that, no.
Okay, no, even
I
the porn
gotta
sites. When you're looking for porn, have you gone past X Hamster, Xanax,
Yeah.
or fucking Pornhub?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
will sometimes go to weirder ones.
Yeah.
But
All right.
like, if
All right,
you
look,
find
put
some
me-
of the-
it's just
the
some
Well, you
weird
gems.
fucking
shit.
weird. That's not a good
The
example.
hidden
apparently.
gems. Okay.
But-
Yeah, to
sorry.
be
point
fair,
is,
I
though-
feel like me and Heads are older, right? So like, not like old,
Right.
but like we grew up when the internet was young. I remember. Okay, I'm gonna see what I mentioned about this. I remember back when I was first learning how to code, back in high school, I would go to this like website, made by other people who were learning how to code at the time, and like we would look at different coding tools, right? And so like there'd be like you would go to like basically like weird websites, right? This is before like I know Stack Overflow was like a big thing and like
Yeah.
all that shit. And like at least that I know of. I remember when like I had to code fucking HTML in my fucking notepad and CSS in my notepad. And like I'm not even that old. I'm 96. Like I'm not that old. Like and so like there's websites that I'd go to that just don't make sense for like a lot of the like I guess like the younger audiences or even like some of the older audiences that are in my opinion old internet. That's old internet days. You go to some like even if you go to like fucking Age of Conan Hyborian Adventures forums, that's old internet, bro. Who the fuck trolls forums other
Thank
than degenerate MMO players like me?
No.
Where I'm like, yo, were they talking about my guild? Were they talking shit? Yeah, I spawn camped these hoes. Like who does that other than degenerate like idiots like me? Like forum trolling.
You
Like,
could
you know?
not have given me a better example. You even used the word I wanted to use. Anybody who's experienced the old internet knows what I'm talking about when I say this. It is not the same anymore. It is not the place it was with the old internet where you would just go out there and you could put yourself out there and you can say something and you could be yourself.
Bro,
And
it
whatever
happens
fucking
every other
happened,
week, bro.
and whatever fucking happened would happen. Now,
Yeah.
what do you have to do? You have to pray penance, pay up, and do whatever you need to do to sacrifice your fucking creativity and your individuality for what? The algorithmic gods. What are you trying to do? You're trying to get
So
the
the
views. You're trying to get the clicks.
this dead internet theory is the idea that like half of it is apparently the half of it is like that the half the internet's made up by AI or some shit.
Sort of. Think of it
Or
like
like the
this:
current internet, or like what are you talking about?
the
Like,
current internet. So it's something where think
I
of it like this.
mean,
You said it. You used the exact words. Think about the old internet and then the current internet, and think
the
about
current internet,
how
like I
different
don't know
they
about like
are.
the crazy like I don't know about the crazy conspiracy theory shit behind it, but I know for a fact the current internet uses nothing like a fuck ton of AIs to guide you toward whatever the fuck
Exactly.
you want to
You
look for
look. Think of it like this. I'm actually going to use your
from your
friends who are
phone,
party.
literally.
I'm actually going to use your VR chat buddies who went to Toronto. Is the new internet is literally what they did, which was you had the whole city of Toronto or the whole fucking internet. And what happens? The algorithms relegate you to one city block.
Yep.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
And
why
Yeah.
and because of that, and the thing is, and the reason why I had you guys go and Google that shit is because I wanted you guys to see you run out of pages way before you're supposed to. So I have a question then.
I will say I remember that shit going to page 100 forever ago. Like when
Yeah,
I'd be sitting in my DMIT class. This is 2013.
Mhm.
Not fucking DMIT or coding, one of the classes. And I'd be sitting there and I'm bored as dick. And they're talking about I remember this
mhm,
day. They were talking about this is just before we started talking about Anonymous. We were talking about something else. And we were talking about some random shit. And nobody was playing CS 1.6 at the time in class. So I'm
yeah.
sitting there and I'm just going click one page, next page, next page,
Next
next
page,
page,
next
next
page.
page, next. This is just before Windows 8 came out, I remember.
Mm.
So we're on Windows 7. And I was just next paging constantly. And I saw 100 pages. This is back when everyone was still on Facebook or just getting off being on Facebook.
All right,
So
so
like, yeah.
that actually works out. So I have a question for you now. You remember being able to go to page 100, page 200 to Google just back then, back in the Windows 7 days. You tried now, and you can't. I have a
Yeah,
question for you.
wild, eh?
Like that's a fucking creepy thought. Now I'm gonna make it even creepier. You ready? I'm about to fucking amp this up to 10.
Oh shit.
Right?
Sure.
Yeah.
That was Google. What is Google known for? They
Oh, listening
track.
into literally all your shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
not. Oh, even worse than that. They track every single thing you do. If your mouse cursor delays on an image for 4 seconds, they log that as a potential interest. Have you ever actually taken the time to go into your Twitter, go into your privacy and settings folder, and see what it thinks you like? It will give you
I
an
actively go to my
estimation.
privacy and settings
So, so,
usually.
so here's what I want y'all to do real quick. I want y'all to humor me.
Sure.
Actually, no. I need a
Oh.
BRB
Okay.
real quick. Outside, I think I got a BRB real quick. But pin this thought. When you get a second, I want you to go into your Twitter. I want you to do exactly this, right? So go into your Twitter, tap your little on your phone. It has to be your phone. Tap
Oh
the little
fuck.
bubble
Oh,
with your
on the phone?
yeah. Tap the little bubble with your icon real quick. Go to settings and
Okay.
support. Go to settings and privacy. Go to privacy and safety. And then what I want you to do is in here, go to content you see and then tap topics. It's going to give you a breakdown of everything it thinks you're interested in. And I want you to look at that and I want you to get freaked out by how fucking accurate it is. And while you're stewing on that, I'll be right back in 2 minutes.
So
You
you're
see
saying
how fucking accurate that shit is, right? Like
Yeah.
it's got a pretty good idea of what you like, right?
Mhm.
yeah, I have something I want to say, but I'll save it for after you're done.
No, go ahead and say it now because I'm
So
about
so
to
what I
go
wanted
into
to
a
say
next
was
bullet point.
like
Mhm.
this whole dead internet theory thing, it doesn't really freak me out as much because I was already for the most part kind of aware. I was kind of aware that a lot of the shit that we do is like dictated by like a lot of like the main websites we go to are dictated by AIs. It's not like it's anything new, right?
Yeah, the algorithms and all that.
It's
they
really
just-
not. It's been around for a thing, and also like I think what scares me more about Google isn't like how much they're in privacy invasive into our lives. What
Oh
scares
no,
me more
that's a known
is
fact.
yeah, that's been a known thing. I think most of our generation knows about our privacy just not really existing. I think
Yeah.
what scares me more is like, okay, this might tangent your topic, so just a heads up. Is like, let's say, okay, I don't know if you heard about this. When Ludwig was, or I think it was Ludwig, somebody was doing some YouTube live stream, and people were spamming emojis of the YouTube live stream, right? And they fixed this issue, thankfully, but
Yeah.
this is still a known issue. If your YouTube account gets hacked, no, if your YouTube account gets banned, like deleted, banned, like hard banned, right?
Yeah.
Your Gmail that might
Goes
have
with it.
access to all of your other shit goes fucking with it.
Because
What
they
the
ban your
fuck?
Google account. Yeah, they don't ban your YouTube account. They ban your Google account.
Your Google account that could be access to your fucking PayPal, could have access to your other shit, could have what the fuck?
You get banned
So-
off. Let me put it to this way. I have two Gmails. I have my, I have my streamer Gmail that I have everything set up on for this because I know for a fact if my personal Gmail ever got deleted, I'd lose access to my PayPal.
I have several email accounts. Some
Yeah.
spam, some for business, some for
You would lose
some on
access to
Gmail.
everything. But
Yep.
here's the thing. So with that being said, all of this is everything. Google being invasive. All that's filed under no shit. The part that is, like I said, to me it doesn't freak me out because again, I understand this and I know it's there. And as
Yeah.
an IT guy, like it's like one of those. It's like
I mean,
I've
I'm
seen
an
this on the
IT
wall
guy.
for a
I've been
while.
aware of a lot of this shit.
Yeah,
for
like
a
I've
while.
seen this on the wall for a while. But the thing that freaks me out and perturbs me is I have 3 really burning questions that came out of me diving into this rabbit hole. Because even if you're not
Sure,
afraid
yeah,
of it, it's
I'm
really
curious. I'm
it's good
curious as
food
to
for
what-
thought.
Yeah, it is
You
food
know,
for thought. Like I mean,
so-
like people are probably freaking out, but like I'm not. It's just
So
kind of
there are
just average everyday
3
shit.
burning questions I have, which is 1, when did it become a thing where the content became so heavily curated that the entirety of the internet populace has actually been relegated to what could really be considered one city block of the internet, which is just the main part that everybody it's like hanging out on Main Street in Vegas and then not going to anywhere else in Vegas, right?
Like we
So-
just
Yeah.
don't go to the side alleys. We don't go to any
Yeah.
of the cool shit.
Which
Yeah.
raises the question of 1, why are we being relegated to these city blocks? What happened here to make it so we're being stuck where we are? 2, who, or more importantly, what determines what is fluff or to follow along, what is rot and deserves to not be able to be seen?
Oh, I have
gets to
something that
be-
kind of touches on this.
I would love
um,
to hear that.
It's something I learned during my fucking web coding class. If you don't meet, and a lot of the old websites don't meet these rules. There's these Web3 rules. I forgot what the fuck they're called. If you don't meet some of those fucking rules, you just don't show up on Google search results. And a lot of the old websites just don't show up on Google search results because they don't meet the basic web fucking rules that I forgot who the fuck set up. But if you don't meet them, Google, you will not show up on certain search engines.
Yeah.
Right.
So-
If
so
your
here's
your
my-
SSL
yeah.
search are too far out of date, you can't even load up your page.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, go ahead. Go
Here's
ahead.
here's my counter to that.
Huh?
I don't think people are being like put in these specific spaces. I feel like most
This is
people
how
who
it's
use the
naturally
internet,
catered.
right, are
Yeah.
using apps on their phones and don't look for anything else. So
Yep. People go.
most of the money comes through
would they?
these websites, so that I feel like that's why most of the traffic is through these websites, and that's why like AI and like algorithm and what is it, data gathering on or data, yeah, getting data on people is such a big market. Is because you know what people like, what will drive people to your fucking sites and apps and all that. So obviously the companies with the better data gathering is going to get this traffic, and because they're gonna give people what people want, and that's why I feel like that's why people are in these again
I have something
the
to add to
algorithm
this.
pushes
I
us
do too,
to
actually.
it, but it's
Yeah.
just because that's what people want, right? People aren't going to look for, or some people don't want to look through Google pages to find some random website, that they think they might like.
And like, so just to add to that,
Mhm.
like, it's not even like necessarily these companies' fault. At the end of the day, like, if I had a website, I would want fucking people to come to the website again.
Oh yeah,
also
absolutely.
I would also want for them to like have an easier time looking for what they're looking for. Oh, are they into fucking Philip DeFranco? They want more fucking Philip DeFranco-esque videos? Let me go give it to them, right? And so that keeps me
Right.
on the website longer. And at the end of the day, if I go to the YouTube and then there's like this other fucking website that doesn't have the same fucking UI that I'm used to, humans are creatures of habit. And honestly, we get more into the habits as we grow older, and we fucking hate the difference. Like, I'll be honest, when I fucking went to Mixer from Twitch, Mixer's website licked donkey balls because it wasn't like Twitch. Now when I go to Kick though, I have a great fucking time because those motherfuckers copy and pasted that bitch. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest. like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just I can figure out where all my streamers are because it looks exactly the fucking same. So at least I don't have issues. In that regard, people are creatures of habit, so they'll go to the same shit because the same shit keeps improving. Because
Yeah.
I mean, it's also just like how humans. Okay, think of it this way. This is covers another topic. Sorry. Uh, if we're the first galactic civilization, right? If
We're not,
we
but I get your point.
where I know, if we are right, and we say we spread hypothetically to a bunch of other planets,
Mhm.
and that were habitable, and those planets just didn't have sentient life yet, those planets will never have sentient life because we're going to be the sentient life on it because those planets didn't have the time to evolve sentient life, right?
We ended up dropping in there now.
We basically took all the resources preventing that. Just like these big websites who started off early or these companies started off early are pulling all the views,
Right.
smaller websites are going to have a tougher time getting in.
Yeah.
Maybe there'll be some breakthroughs, but you know,
So
they're going to get
so
they
here's the
might get
thing.
bought out. Like
Mhm. So
go
here's
ahead,
the
sorry.
thing. You both made incredibly good points. You're both objectively and factually correct. That's just it. You're correct. The entire point of it is we need to do everything we possibly can to keep engagement on our platform. Whether it's Twitter's design of I'm gonna show you as much inflammatory shit as I can to keep you fighting with everybody because now you're sending
Oh,
hate
Oh my
messages
god,
yeah.
back and
Twitter.
forth to stay on the platform.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
hey, I'm gonna try to cater this exact video feed that I think you would like. Now,
Yeah.
you're both correct here, which leads me to the second burning question of if algorithmic systems are as strong as we can publicly see now. Look, I'm going to use just the AI as an example here, the AI art generation, where we are now able to, right now, I don't know how fucking well you guys follow up on this. Right now, I could take a video of anything, and I mean anything, and I could do a video to video conversion, make it look like an anime style, make it look like
Yeah, I've seen
whatever
it.
I
I've
want,
seen this shit.
right? Right? If that's what we have access to, what do they have?
I'll say this.
Yeah.
Years ago, there's a fucking document leak, and I don't know how accurate it was, so I just took it with a grain of salt.
Mhm.
There's a document leak, and so don't quote me on it, right? It was about some fucking AI in some fucking fighter jet, which I wonder which country has, going sentient. And them having to shut down the fucking fighter jet. And I don't know how accurate it was. So I just was like, yeah, that's crazy. I don't believe it. But
That's not the first time
hypothetically,
that's happened. I have an
Yeah,
example to piggyback off of that, by the way. Go ahead.
yeah, but hypothetically, let's say that was a real scenario and that did happen. Bro, that shit happened in like 2015, 2016. That happened like almost 10 years ago. Holy fucking shit. Like that, like if that was the case, and now we're like worried, oh no, ChatGPT fucking went sentient. We gotta put some, what is it called? What did they do to ED in Mass Effect? We gotta put lockdowns on like their shit. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know,
So
bro.
now, what if I told you? And this kind of plays into question 3. So if we
I love the
have
conspiracy route we've taken today. For real, from Cox and ball cages to conspiracy.
look, all I'm saying is for whatever reason, this is the shit that interests me, or these burning questions that make me
Yeah,
look
no,
like
it's
I'm
fair
insane.
enough.
And the thing is like, don't get me wrong, a lot of these I don't believe most of the time, but
No,
it's
I
something
figure
where
you're
it's
just
such
shooting the shit
it's
about it.
such good food for thought because it makes you wonder, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of goes into this. So we don't know how far along this technology actually is. But here's the thing with the recent AI stuff that has come out, there have been, and I mean hundreds upon hundreds of peer reviewed studies that are like, hey, by 2027, 2028, 90% of what's on the internet is going to be AI generated, which is probably hyperbolic, but here's the
Mm.
thing. Let's say, for
I
example,
can see
even
it. It's been a thought.
let's take this as an example. America has about 417 million people in it when I last checked, right? If
Yeah.
10% of internet content was AI generated in just the United States alone, based on that populace, that is 41 million potentially catastrophic situations you could be looking at. Because here's the thing, while AI has done some haha funny happy go lucky stuff, you want to know what else people have done? They've generated AI images of the Pentagon being hit, and while they fixed it, while that image was circulating, within 2 hours, the country lost several $100 billion.
Mhm.
What
And
the
that's
fuck?
one
Yeah.
instance.
So I wanted to bring up something. So a few months ago, like a month ago, there
Uh-huh.
was a public letter, and it
Yeah.
was sent by the Fortune 500 companies. A lot of the Fortune 500 tech companies, including Microsoft and including quite a few other companies and their CEOs, and they had all signed it saying, "Hey,
Turn
you know
back.
this like
Turn back.
this public AI shit?
Turn back.
Pause for 6 months. Every company pause for 6 months. We need to meet up and figure out what the fuck we're doing because some of y'all are already in an AI arms race when you don't know what you're doing."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like
Look, let me
it
put
was
it
a
to I
it's
know
a literal letter,
exactly
and I
what you're
think
talking
even
about.
Elon signed it. I think a bunch of
Mhm.
other tech firms signed it because they're
So
like, no, we agree. We don't know
mhm.
what we're doing. Like
So
but
that
it didn't go through.
to give people some examples, that open letter you're talking about, the executives of Apple, Microsoft, Samsung, Huawei, fucking Huawei were like, "Hey,
No.
you need
Yeah.
to slow down on this." And that's not everybody. Those are just the real big ones that everybody
Yeah.
knows about. They were not even like, "Hey, don't do this because we want to be first." It was,
Don't
guys,
do this because this
please
is gonna put
stop.
people's jobs at risk.
No,
Yeah.
Like,
Well, not even that. We don't even know what the
it
fuck is
wasn't
gonna
even
happen.
yeah,
it wasn't even that simple. It got to a point where if you read that through, by the end of it, it almost seemed like these companies were pleading for people to stop because it was going to destroy things in ways that people couldn't even
yeah.
fathom.
No, they did mention it has irreparable damage that we can't fucking see, and you're still pushing it, and we don't have time to prep. Like with the internet, the thing is, it was so slow to take. We had time to prep. We still fucked up. Well, there's still a lot of fucked up shit on the internet. We had
Yeah.
time to prep. We had years to
Yeah.
prep. Like internet was a slow rollout. This AI shit, dude, it's like raw dogging our assholes, no lube.
I'm
And
gonna
we're
put it
like, yeah,
this way.
okay.
I decided to study AI neurology. That's what they call it. They call it neurology because you're basically taking a computerized brain and you're teaching it from sponge. I don't understand anything to whatever your goal is.
Yeah.
And it's something where I have realized two things. One, by the time I would figure out how to do something with AI, not even fucking have it mastered, just figure out the process of getting to step one. Everything, and I mean everything that I would do would be outdated by the end of the day, right? And
Mhm.
it made me realize as well, AI is the worst it's ever going to be ever again right now because it is infinitely and consistently improving to the point where 6 months ago, if you plugged in an image to like fucking, I want to make this AI image generator, you would tell it, hey, I want to make an apple. And it would give you an abstract painter's version of an apple that it pulled off of a website somewhere.
Mhm.
You'd
Now
have to
you could tell it,
describe it a lot from what I remember
yeah.
people doing.
Now it's, instead of telling it, I want a photorealistic apple of the Van Gogh art style, put in a New York City subway at nighttime on a summer's, overcast day. You don't need to do that anymore. You can just put apple in field and it'll do all of that without you having to tell it now in less than 6 months. So 6 months
Yeah.
from now, when it's, hey,
Food
we
for thought,
can
huh?
make, yeah, completely indistinguishable from reality videos, which we can already do, by the way. Deepfakes have been around for decades. If you want to curious and you want to see what happens, go look up some of the Tom Cruise deepfakes. You'll never know that they're deepfakes unless the deepfake is in the title. And that was shit that was
Fuck.
going on 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Tom Cruise does some
Yeah.
wild shit.
Where are we
But yeah,
now?
no. Yeah. No, I think you could probably fucking cut it off there and leave it with the viewers, but yeah. No, it's progressed. And
Hmm.
if we don't fucking if the companies don't get together and actually do something, Kind of yikes.
This
Kinda
is the
yikes.
shit that keeps me up at 3:45 in the morning when I'm
No,
supposed to be
I'm
sleeping for
glad you
work in
brought this
2
topic
hours.
up. I'm glad you brought this topic up. That was definitely like a fucking deep topic.
We should do
I was
some.
like, what
We
the
should do
fuck
like
is
a
this?
conspiracy podcast at one point. Just like a bunch of
If we did, we
Tell
would
you
just
have
what.
to.
cover.
Tell you what.
Be
You
behind
guys
us.
bring the weird sexual shit. I'll bring all the conspiracy theories. I got this. I got like 15
Oh
more
my
on the lot.
God. Bless.
I can't
I mean,
wait
hey,
for
fuck
flat
it,
Earth.
it's been interesting. No. Regardless, what I wanted to say was, let's do our little sign off. Let's let the people know where they can find us. Emmy, you want to start?
Yeah, you can definitely catch me personally at my Twitter, which is EmeraldVT. But remember, we are at the Social Exiles podcast. We are everywhere. You can find us on YouTube, Patreon. Definitely check out our Patreon if you want that spicy stuff. That spicy, good. Ed, you want to pick it up for
Heads?
me?
Yeah, I mean, I stream on Twitch. Yeah, you guys know that. You guys know that. I say it every episode. Heads up, lol on Twitch. Find me there.
All right, so you can find me at twitch.tv/Acanes. You can find me on Twitter too, occasionally being down bad with the homies at Acanes TV. And my YouTube is twitch.tv/Acanes. But also, just to add on to what Emmy said, or what Emmy said, apparently he's over there for me.
Yeah, I'm over on this side.
We are changing up our Patreon, so everything will now be available underneath the $5 tier. We're still changing and learning as we go. You don't know if the $10 tier is going to exist. Honestly, we're just kind of feeling it out. We either going to leave it as an extra support tier, or we're just going to get rid of it for now. And we're going to release some interesting behind, some shit we had locked away. We're going to release some of our private sex and masturbation stories. That's all we can say. That's all I'm going to say. So look forward to that. That'll either be
Oh,
added
hell
at the
no.
end of this podcast or released as its own special episode. So, regardless, thank you
Yeah,
for
we'll
watching.
see. We'll see what happens.
We'll see you next
Remember,
2 weeks from now. Whatever.
2 weeks from now, remember, like, comment, subscribe if you're listening to us on Patreon. Thank you for being here. I will give you some sweet nothings. I love you.
Keg doubly. Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.